love baseball.
Baseball, baseball.
94.5 The Peak presents Wasatch Wasp Baseball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. This broadcast is powered by Guild Mortgage, Dairy King, CarQuest Auto Parts, Physical at the Fit Stop, Wasatch Back Flooring, Napa Wasatch Auto Parts, Heber City Point S, Dorius Dental, and Bank of Utah.
Baseball.
The guy on first.
Who?
The first base.
Who?
The guy playing
Who
first.
is on first?
I'm asking you.
Now let's go live to the Diamond for play-by-play coverage of Wasatch Wasp Baseball on 94.5 The Peak.
Good afternoon again and welcome back to the ballpark. Game 3 of the Super Regional Series. And Ty, if you're just joining us, this is kind of like the NBA playoffs. You're getting a good 3-game series, but neither game's been that good. Wasatch wins 12-1 in the first one and then gets 10-run 14-4 in the second one. If you're watching the NBA playoffs, it's kind of been the same thing. A lot of long series, but not a lot of good games. What do you see coming into game 3?
Well, you're going to take the cumulative score here of Wasatch overall. You know, 16 to 15. They're leading narrowly over Cottonwood over the 2 games, and that's about how the series looks like it's going to come down to, Tyler. I would expect this one to be a good one. Wasatch coming back with Jackson Kelson on the mound, and he's been awesome for Wasatch over the course of this season. Has an ERA hovering between 2 and 3. Again, throws in the high 80s, has touched in the low 90s this year, and he's a great weapon to be able to have come back for game number 3 for Wasatch in this one. Yeah, and it's exciting to have him on the mound. On the mound for Cottonwood will be Nielsen, the shortstop. And that's something to keep an eye on, Ty. Both shortstops have been really good in this series. Bucad and Nielsen have kind of gone back and forth. Both lead their teams in outs in this series. Wasatch gets to keep their shortstop at short, but Cottonwood's going to move their shortstop to the mound today. Wasatch faced him earlier in the year and were able to get on him early and often in that first game that Wasatch had against Cottonwood earlier in the year. What do you expect out of Jackson Kelson, though, switching back to the Wasatch side of things? Well, Ty, it's a simple formula for him, right? You throw strikes, and he's been successful. That's really what it's boiled down to with Jackson, and he's coming off, enough rest. He threw 52 pitches on Monday. It was just excellent against Tooele, and he has a chance to come in here and be effective, Tyler. But he doesn't need to overdo it. Just let your defense play behind you. Trust that defense. And then offensively, the Wasps have got to be a little better in Game 3 after putting up 4 runs on the board in the first inning. Didn't really have that many competitive at-bats throughout the next 4.
It's going to be Burke to lead it off here, and he's going to try a drag bunt, pulls back on the ball that's low in the zone, moves the count to 1-0. Burke, in the first game today, 1 for 4, struck out, reached on an air, ground out, and then did have a single up the middle in his last at bat. The 1-0, it's in there for strike on the bottom part of the zone, moves the count to 1-1.
Well, that's a good sign. That pitch is going to be called a strike, and Jackson should be able to have himself a day. That ball is a little bit below the kneecaps. Umpire rewarding the spot, though.
Swinging a foul ball, moves the count to 1-2. Winner of this Game 3 advances on to the double elimination round. That'll be 2 4-team double elimination tournaments, and the winner of each of that will advance to the state finals. That game will be on Monday. A couple of updates from around the state we'll be giving throughout. The 1-2, another foul ball that goes off the umpire.
I know I sound like a broken record saying this, Tyler, but velocity is just such a weapon on the mound, where the team just has to guess that much earlier as to if they're going to take a swing or not, if they like the pitch or not. And it is a weapon, but it can be dangerous with a team like Cottonwood that likes to get after the first pitch fastball.
Swing, it's going to be a ground ball to Bucad. Bucad comes across the diamond. That's the Bucad we know. Fields it clean, throws across the diamond to Zimmerman. 1 away here in the top of the first.
And again, why it's, I don't know, you maybe remember these statistics, but the time frame that a hitter has to decide whether they're swinging or not in the majors is like 0.04 seconds or something like that. It's like a crazy number. You have to make that decision. And when you're coming with velocity, it obviously just amplifies that. You got to choose early. This is the one, though, to be careful of. Nielsen likes to get going early on a fastball.
Goes with the fastball. He elevates it to right field. Tragun Shaw settles underneath it. And 2 away here in the top of the first. We're down at Cottonwood, and the rule here in the state is if it gets to a Game 3, it's actually a coin flip to see who gets to be home team in Game 3. Wasatch won that coin flip, and so they will be the designated home team, even though we're playing down here at Cottonwood.
Yeah, it's just too much to pack it up and drive back to Wasatch here on the same day, right? You have limited time. Spring is such a short season anyway. Have to pack it in after the snow and before graduation for most of these teams, and so they've got to get these done a little bit earlier.
It's going to bring up Dozie. swings at the first pitch as well, fouls that one off. Dozy, a couple of doubles in the series. He's been playing first base, hitting on the left-hand side for the Colts. Kelson will miss low and outside with that one. Moves the count to 1-1. 1 for 4 in the first game today with a double.
Ty, we'll take some scoreboard updates around the state as well for our listeners, I'm sure, that are interested in the other 7 matchups that are going on, and they're gone kind of how you would expect, but some eye-popping scores.
1-1. This one's going to be elevated to left field. Back. Crew Erickson makes the catch at the warning track, and that's what Wasatch needed, a 1-2-3 inning from Jimmy Kelson on the mound. It's 0-0 as we go into the bottom of the first.
Hi, friend. Are you ready for your next delicious meal? Come to the Dairy King, home of the train, where they're serving the yummiest food to friends and family in the valley. Come in and get a mouth-watering peach shake, peach cobbler shake, or peach raspberry shake. Dairy King, the winner of the Best of State for 18 years. They're celebrating their 75th anniversary. Bring a picture and a memory of being at Dairy King. Proudly serving the Heber Valley for 75 years. The Dairy King, home of the train, is serving deliciousness daily. Stop in today.
Timberline Ace Hardware is your full-line Benjamin Moore paint store. Visit them for your home projects, business-to-business, and contractor needs. And remember to ask about their delivery services. And they're looking for some cashiers. Apply today. And get your Carhartt wear, your cool outdoor clothing, and Wrangler jeans. Timberline Ace Hardware, located west of the Wasatch Wasp football stadium at 737 South Main Street, serving the Heber Valley for over 50 years.
The 50s produced some great sound. That early rock and roll triggered so much emotion for so many. Here's another sound from that era. The dental drill triggers a whole different set of emotions. The sounds, the smells, feeling out of control, whatever keeps you from the dentist at Dorius Dental, we get it. We focus on the little things. Distract yourself with your favorite episode of The Office, or crank up the 80s or 90s and let it take you back to another time. At Dorius Dental, we are sensitive to your needs. We are taking care of the little things so you can move on to more enjoyable things. Located in Gateway Plaza, Heber City.
Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
It's time for a Mountain Refined starting lineup for the Wasps. Leading off for the Wasps is Crew Erickson in left field. Chet Wilson, number 2, playing third base. Jackson Bolender in the 3-hole, the DH today. Payton Swap hitting 4 for Wasatch in center field. Cole Zimmerman at first base, hitting 5th. Jack Bluth at second base, going 6th. Carter Bucad, the shortstop, hitting 7. Tragun Shaw in right field, 8. And Kelson Stocking, the catcher, hitting 9.
Crew Erickson will lead off for the Wasps here against Nielsen. Again, he's been playing shortstop, Utah University commit. He'll start with the strike 1 at the bottom of the zone. Crew hit by pitch to lead off the game last time. He's going to swing, and it's going to go to the shortstop. This is a new shortstop, throws it across the diamond, and that's in time. Good play there from the new shortstop.
That's Burke, and he's a good player, Tyler. He's been playing third base.
So the new player will be Green, who's been designated hitting. He'll be at third base today for the Colts. One away here in the bottom of the first. Bring up Chet Wilson, homered in his first at bat of game 1 over the right field wall. One of his best swings of the season was a 2-run shot. First pitch going to be too low for ball 1.
Yeah, Ty, and he's been locked in. He had another ball he drove to left center. That was another really good barrel. He looks like he's finding his swing.
1-0 count, wind up the pitch. That one's too low and inside, moves the count to 2-0.
And I know I've said this before, so I apologize if I sound like a broken record, but I just feel like Chet Wilson really plays better against better pitching. He usually elevates to the quality of competition.
2-0, and that one's too high,
right,
and that's going to get the umpire square in the face, 3-0.
Oh, man, that catcher, you just lost yourself 5 calls at least on that one. He just whiffed, and that hit the umpire right in the face mask. That's coming.
Concussion protocol. You got to go get
high
checked.
80s, low 90s is what Nelson's throwing, and that got him pretty much undisrupted.
3-0 count here to Chet. Back into the windup, the pitch. That one's too far up. No, they call it a strike. Hit the belt.
Strike call.
3-1 the count.
Let's blame it on the concussion there. That one's a questionable
you just
call.
said that he's going to miss some calls. He was
he
right on the money with that one. 3-1 now the count. This one swung on, elevated, and foul to left field. It's starting to get cloudy. Some snow is starting to creep our way. I am terrified of what that Olympus Peak over there looks like. Starting to get a little bit colder. Full count now with 1 out to the number 2 hitter, Chet Wilson. That one's too low. Base on balls as Chet Wilson's our first base runner of the day here in the bottom of the first with 1 out. Brings up the designated hitter today, Jackson Bolender. Had a triple in game 1 of the series. Payton Swap on deck. Had a nice barrel in his last at bat of the first game. Back into the stretch for the first time today is Nielsen. The kick, quick release, gets a called strike with a fastball.
Ty, you bring up the weather, and the wind is blowing straight out right now from home plate, but it is chilly, and the ball usually doesn't jump as far and as quickly in cold weather like this.
Hit and run that goes foul. Chet took off on the pitch, and Jackson Bolender unable to get the ball in play. So 0-2 count now with 1 out and a runner on first. Game 3, Wasatch won the game 1, 12-1, then got beat 14-4 in game 2. Pickoff move not in time. Winner of this game will advance on to play on Monday. As we take a look at scores around state, Ty, you got a little update during the break.
Yeah, so kind of a surprising score. Springville got 10 runned again by Lehigh. 13-3 was the final there. So Lehigh has advanced as the 2 seed. And then Salem Hills in the 4th inning was leading Park City 17-0 in that one. And so you can all but chalk that one up to a victory for Salem. And Salem is going to pull off the 12-6 upset over Park City.
Curveball low and outside for ball 2. 2-2 the count now to Jackson Bolender. Wasatch, I think Chet Wilson was out. No.
Didn't put the tag on him.
Chet does a good job of avoiding the tag, but he had Chet leaning. That was a pretty good move there from Nielsen, and that's going to bring a trip to the mound, or trip out to the field from the Cottonwood coach.
I think it was simple. It was, did he miss the tag? And the umpire said, yes, he missed it. And that was the end of the conversation.
Dozy disagrees. You got a little bit of an explanation on that strikeout call from Payton. Is it satisfying?
No, it wasn't satisfying. Because
we can just leave it at that.
I guess, Tyler, here's where the rule comes down to. Does the hand count as part of the bat?
If that ball would have gone fair, would it have been a fair ball?
Well, that's the question I'm at, and I'm asking sincerely. You know, if the hand's a part of the bat, then it's a foul ball. But if the hand is not, then they're saying it's just a swinging strike as if the ball would have hit you in the leg when you swung, and they called him out on it.
Ball's going to get away from the catcher. Chet will advance to second base. That ball will fill up the count at full, and Wasatch has a duck on the pond here in the bottom of the first.
And the umpire's explanation was at first he was saying that it was a foul ball. That was it. And then Payton said it hit my hand. And so at that point the umpire said, "Are you sure?" Thinking that he would have to call him out if it hit his hand, assuming that the hand doesn't count as part of the bat at that point. He went on to say that Payton could have ran to first base after the umpires had a conference, and that would have caused total chaos there if they have a little conference and then Payton takes off to first base afterwards. Catcher has to find where the ball is and throw it over to first base. It was not a satisfactory answer, but I appreciated him at least given the time to talk about it.
Second base on balls in a row as Jackson Bolender earns the walk. So runners on first and second with 1 out brings up Payton Swap. Cleanup hitter here for the Wasps.
Yeah, and he had a good swing to end that game 2. I know the ball was caught, but good to see him on the barrel.
Same lineups for both teams. Kelson Stocking will be behind the dish for the Wasps in game 2. Good lead from Chet Wilson at second base. Curveball pulls the string, but not enough, and that moves the count to 1-0. Starting to get a little worried.
It's coming down that mountain. It is. We'll see where, but
1-0 the count here to Payton Swap. Good leads all around the diamond for the Wasps. Curveball again. That one's in there for a strike. Moves the count to 1-1.
That's a great pitch from Nielsen on the mound, Tyler. 1-0. Got a runner in scoring position. 4-hitter up. You know he's dangerous. And was confident enough to go with a breaking pitch to try to keep Swap off balance. That's a really good pitch.
Stinson playing shallow and right, and playing way off the line over there with the righty up. Bat pickoff move, not in time. Chet does have a big lead at second base. Pickoff move not in time. We'll reset with a 1-1 count, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Payton Swap in the box with Cole Zimmerman on the on-deck circle.
He had a really rough go at the beginning of the year, Tyler, with pickoffs. But he's been pretty good over the second half of the season. Haven't had any issues with him on that one. He's cleaned up the base running quite a bit.
1-1, fastball too far outside, moves count to 2-1. Nelson having a little bit of some command issues early on in this game. You mentioned that you thought he may have hurt his ankle or something in that game one on a throw down to second base.
He was limping around late. Crew Erickson, and he had some inadvertent contact.
2-1 the count here to Swap. Wind starting to blow to right side, back, pickoff move, not in time again. Started to say back because the second baseman was breaking. A little bit of some dugout coming out in me.
little coach speak there, giving the listeners a little something extra for Game 3, Ty. See if Swap can get a big big knock here for Wasatch to get him going here in the first inning.
2-1 the count. Another fastball. He gets the called strike at the bottom of the zone. Payton doesn't agree with it. Steps out of the box. He'll get back into it. 2-2 now the count with one out. Nelson, deep breath, delivers. It's a curveball, too far outside, fills up the count at full.
Yeah, really not even close. I'm surprised they checked that pitch there. Umpire at first said he didn't go. Ty Nielsen's also not pausing really when he comes set there. I wonder if the umpires will keep an eye on that one. That one he came and never really paused. Could have been a balk.
With the count full, one out. Nelson comes set. Deep breath, takes a peek at Chet, delivers. Fastball, gets a called strike 3. Same pitch that was the strike 2. And that's a big-time strikeout looking for Nielsen, and that'll bring up Cole Zimmerman with 2 outs and runners on first and second.
You can hear Payton not happy with that.
He's a little emotional about that one. First and second now with a new count here with Cole Zimmerman. Cole Zimmerman's had a good postseason, hitting close to 500. Good speed from Chet at second base. Outfield playing shallow. 2 looks. The delivery, fastball swung on and fouled behind us.
Just missed that one. Cole's got one at bat against Nielsen this season. Got a hit through the 5-6 hole between the third baseman and the shortstop.
Oh, 1 the count with 2 outs. Duck on the pond is Chet Wilson. 1 look. They're going to back pick him. Doesn't deliver the throw as Chet gets back easily.
Yeah, not a good move. He started going towards third base there, Tyler, and then swung around late. Really easy read for the base runners. Almost looked like that was a move of, I actually am not committed to this pitch, but I've started my motion and I want to end it.
The 0-1 goes back to the off speed. Too far outside. 1-1 now the count. Nielsen waiting to get the pitch. Comes set, 1-1, 2 outs. First and second, the pitch. Swung on, just missed again. Another foul ball, moves the count to 1-2.
I'm curious to see where Nelson goes on this one. 1-2. Cole's been just behind a couple fastballs here. See if he wants to try to go with that route again. It's a little dangerous to go back to a fastball with a runner on second base. Cole being so close. Wouldn't be surprised to see a breaking pitch.
2 looks. Delivers the 1-2. Goes to a breaking pitch. It's a base knock up the middle. Chet got a good jump. This is going to be a play at the plate. Field of delivery, not in time. And Wasatch is on the board first with a 1-0 lead on the RBI single from Cole Zimmerman with 2 outs and 2 strikes.
You talked about Ty. He's been really good in the postseason. Cole Zimmerman coming up with a big 2-out, 2-strike knock. And Nielsen came back with a fastball. That's what I told you. That's playing with fire there. Cole looked to be just on it, and it would be tempting to go back because it looked like his hands were slow. But Cole makes him pay there, getting the base hit back up the middle.
First and second now, still 2 outs, 1 run in here in the bottom of the first. If you're just joining us, coin flip for Game 3. Wasatch won that, so they are the home team here at Cottonwood. 1 look, the delivery to Jack. Too low, moves the count to 1-0.
Wasatch taking advantage of the 2 base on balls. That run coming on a free pass from Nielsen early on. Wasatch faced Nielsen in the game in the regular season. He didn't finish the first inning. They got him chased there after getting 6 base runners in a row. And Cottonwood pulled him early.
The 1-0. That one's a little bit up. Jack takes a hack and fouls it into the tennis courts behind us. Moves the count to 1-1.
Already, though, Wasatch is really working his pitch count up to 26 pitches is Nilsson already, 27 pending.
1-1. Again, runners on first and second. Jack waiting. Nilsson taking his time, gets the pitch. Deep breath, one look at second. Now a second look. High leg kick. The pitch swung on. It's going to go to the second baseman. Snow fields it, throws it to the first baseman, and that'll do it for the bottom of the first. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors. 2 are left on base. Wasatch leads 1-0 here on 94.5 The Peak.
You might be used to having someone ask you the question, what is it that you need? I think that's limiting. I'm going to take you through a 6-step process. And it's simply answering questions. And it might not just be home. It might be that you want that fancy new car. It might be that you want trips. It's your list. What is it that you really, really want?
Call Tom Stone at Guild Mortgage in Heber City.
Tom Stone, MLS 257849. Guild Mortgage Company is an equal housing lender. MLS 3274. All loans are subject to underwriter approval. Terms and conditions may apply. Subject to change without notice.
Hi, this is Nicole with Mountain Refined Furnishings and Flooring. And if you didn't know, we've recently partnered with Mattress Warehouse of Utah to bring you the largest selection of mattresses around. The team at Mountain Refined prides themselves on making your home a place where you love to be. We offer a large selection of furnishings, flooring, window treatments, gifts, decor, and so much more. If you haven't been by lately, stop and check it out. You'll be pleasantly surprised. We're located at 480 North Main Street.
Heber City Point S is locally owned and operated by Larry Rhodes and Brad Hyatt. They offer the best brand tires at low prices with extensive knowledge and experience of repair and services with no pressure sales. Only what you need. They've been taking care of cars, trucks, and trailers for over 20 years. No appointment needed, conveniently located, free shuttle service, and free Wi-Fi. Take $5 off your next visit when you tell them 94.5 The Peak sent you over. That's Heber City Point S.
Gucci Goo Barbecue in Heber Valley is a premier barbecue restaurant. You can choose from finger-licking ribs, poppin' andouille sausage, tasty chicken, tender brisket, delicious pork, and yummy street tacos. Friday night dates, take that significant other for the smoked prime rib that melts in your mouth. Family-friendly atmosphere where everyone is welcome, quick service for dine-in or takeout, great quality food, and great value for your money. That's Gucci Goo in Midway on Main Street.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. KTMP Heber City and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Second inning action brought to you by Wasatch Bag Flooring and Paint. Wasatch leads 1-0 after the first inning. Stinson will lead it off for the Colts with Jackson Kelson on the mound. Takes ball 1. Now we'll take ball 2 as that one gets away from Stocking. So 2-0 count now. 1-2-3 inning in the top of the first for Jackson Kelson on a ground out of the shortstop and 2 flyouts to the outfield.
I know you like to complain about the cold weather, Tyler, and it's valid, but the one really to think about is the pitchers in the cold weather. They've got to grip that ball, and it's tough. When your fingers start to get cold, it's hard to grip it and throw strikes. You saw Nilsson for Cottonwood struggle with command in the bottom of the first with 2 walks, and now Jackson goes 3-0 to start this one.
Oh, don't get that one at the belt. Chet Wilson got called on that one. Doesn't get the call strike. Don't know if it was outside, but that moves base on balls. That's the first base runner of the ball game.
I know Chet, that went against him, Tyler, but I don't mind that because you don't want to reward that pitch. I thought it was missed when Chet should have had a base on ball. So if the umpire missed it the first time, good that he's kind of corrected there.
Brings up the left fielder, Saran. He's played a good defensive outfield today for the Colts and yesterday. Takes a called strike as Jackson Kelson finds it and comes back with a strike call there.
I wonder if they'll come back with a bunt here on this one, Tyler. I wonder if that was a take just because he had thrown 4 straight balls. This seems like a bunting situation to me.
It's a little bit of moisture starting to fall as well, so you're going to have a little bit of maybe some slick grass and slick baseball.
I think Coach Watkins might have been thinking the same thing, maybe calling a pick over there to see if Soren would show early if he was going to bunt or not.
1 strike. The pitch, no bunt. It's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Good pitch on the inside part of the plate that Saran wasn't able to catch up to. 0-2, nobody out. 1-0, Wasatch with the lead with Stinson on first after the 4-pitch base on balls. Has a good lead at first base right now. The 0-2 slide step pitch swung on. It's going to ground ball to the second baseman. Jack thinks about going to second. Switches and goes to first base, so that advances the runner to second. They do get the runner out going to first, so 1 out. It's a bit of a runner on second.
Bit of an awkward hop there for Jack. Good job to hang in there on that. It was a high hop initially coming off the bat, and when it got out near the end of the grass and the infield, it kind of hit and just started that scoot across the ground. Didn't hop back up. Jack did a good job to hang in there with that ball and get at least 1 out.
Bring up this catcher, Fox. He had a good day at the plate in game 1, a couple of doubles. Has a chance here with the guy on second base. 1 look, now 2. Delivers. Fastball, gets the call. Calling that pitch below the knees right now in game 2. It's going to be good for both pitchers if they can continue to hit that spot. Wasatch outfield playing normal. Tragun shaded a little bit to the right center field gap out and right. It's your same defensive lineup that we saw in game 1, except for Kelson stalking behind the dish. This is going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. Takes a bad hop. That's going to score a run. Nothing that Carter Bucad could have done on that one. And the runner will score from second base. And we've got ourselves a tie ball game at 1-1.
Freebies, they just kill you. Free pass on the base on balls, just like that. The run's back across on a very, very casual hit. That's a routine ball coming at him, but like you said, a bad hop made it so Carter couldn't play. And again, that's not a problem if you don't give a free pass. You live to play another one, but instead we're looking at a 1-1 game.
Speed up runner will come into the game. Slagowski up at the plate will be the third baseman today. He's been the designated hitter in games 1 and 2, playing third base today with Nelson on the mound, is Green. Green had a 3-run home run in game 2 earlier today. Slagowski takes the lead. 1-1 the score here in the top of the second. Wasatch with a 1 out and a runner on first. Cottonwood has Green at the plate. 2 looks, the pitch. Strike 1. Likes that spot, Ty. It's going to be a lot of ground balls in the day if that continues to be the pitch that Nelson and Jackson Kelson can hit.
You get that spot with velocity, and you're exactly right, Tyler. That's ground balls all day long. See if Wasatch can get a double play here.
Pickoff move, not in time. Well, if that was the moisture that we experienced, I did a lot of hoping, and I think that hoping paid off.
You're going to be okay? Is that what you're saying?
Okay. I've been checking my contract to see, at what temperature. 0-1 the count. The pitch. Swung on. That's a base knock to the right side. That's a good piece of hitting there from from Green. First hit of the day for Cottonwood. Moves the runners from first to second. Tragun does a good job of getting the ball back in, so the runners only advance 1 base. But Cottonwood starting to get the backs going again here in game 2. Brings up the center fielder, Junior Fiel. Had a double in the last game. Has a chance with a runner on second. Chet Wilson playing off the line at third. Cole giving some space over at the first base side as well. Jackson, 1 check, delivers. It's going to be a ground ball that'll go foul lazily down the first base side. Oh, 1 count. Both teams with a hit and a run in. Wasatch with an error in the inning on a bad hop. Jackson comes set, 0-1. Takes a peek at the runner at second base. Now a runner at first base, and now he'll reset. Just didn't really look comfortable. I like that idea of just stepping off and resetting.
Didn't look comfortable, and he was kind of playing with the ball in his glove, holding it out. That was good to reset there. Coaches maybe were shouting at him to reset from the dugout.
Now comes set, delivers the 0-1. That's a curveball for the first time. This one's elevated to shallow center field. And that's going to be an infield fly, so batter will be out. That's 2 away here in the top of the second. Jack Blue settles underneath it and secures the catch. That'll bring up second baseman Snow in the 9 spot. Snow had himself a couple of hits as well. Everybody on Cottonwood had a hit in game 1 except for Stinson. Stinson reached, though, on 2 hit-by pitches. 1-1. Jack Wasatch trying to minimize this one, keep the crooked number off the board. First pitch of the at-bat in there for strike 1. What do you see out of Jackson Kelson early on in the game, Ty?
Well, it's been more of the same of what you've seen from him at the end of the year, Tyler. Good velocity, fastballs around the zone. He looks good, but this Cottonwood team is going to be much more competitive at the plate than Tooele was. Defense needs to be ready to back him up.
0-1, 2 looks at second base, delivers the 0-1. Hits the spot again. That's 2 strikes now on the second baseman, Snow.
Ty, you have the averages coming into today. Wasatch in the state tournament was averaging about 10 pitches per inning was all for their pitchers. That number went out the window in game 2 as Cottonwood just blew it wide open. But right now, Jackson Kelson is doing well. Oh, didn't get that call. That's the one they just struck Swap out on. It looked like very similar spot.
Looks like Kelson Stocking agreed, though, Ty. He just stood up and fired that one back. I think he was a couple of baseballs outside the zone
and Kelson's a good poise catcher, too, Tyler. He knows not to get the umpire against you in the second inning. Fires that ball back.
1-2. That one way too far outside. And we've got deuces. 2 outs, 2 strikes, 2 balls, and 2 guys on base for the second baseman, Snow.
Both these guys, Jackson Kelson and Kelson Stocking, heading to the Northwest to play their college ball, Ty. Jackson going up to Lane Community College to pitch.
2-2, tried to go off speed. Snow doesn't chase, and now that's going to fill up the count at full. Jackson Kelson wants to talk to Kelson Stocking. Trip to the mound by Mirror Lake Station.
Yeah, and nine hitter here. You just need to come at him if you're Jackson. This is your best pitch you want to go with, which for him is the fastball. See what this conversation is about. It could potentially be, hey, let's go pick off at one point here and see if we can get these runners leaving early with a full count and 2 outs.
Yeah, full count, 2 outs. Runners will go on the pitch.
This got Wasatch in the first inning of game 2 today, where you had this situation and a double ended up scoring all 3 runs.
The payoff pitch, too far low and outside. Second walk of the day for Jackson. Kelson's going to load the bases. And that'll bring us to the top of the order. So top of the order, bases loaded. Already 1 run in the inning. 2 outs here in the top of the second. Something to keep an eye on as well as pitch count in today. Both teams on game 3 have used 3 pitchers. Cottonwood's used 4, but 2 of them really aren't any part of their staff after getting down in that game 1 game. First pitch to Burke. That's in there for strike 1.
That ball was elevated. Ty, Burke was taking the whole way, and Wasatch is a little bit lucky there. That ball was up around the thigh high, took some velocity off of it. Definitely a hittable pitch.
0-1. Too far low and outside again. Moves the count to 1-1. Kelson Stocking doing a good job behind the dish so far in today's game. 1-1 the count. 1 walk, an error, and another walk is where we're at right now. The 1-1. Goes off the elbow of Burke, and Cottonwood takes the lead, 2-1. Jackson Kelson, after looking pretty good at the start of this inning, having some control issues now, and Wasatch now trails 2-1.
Yeah, he was bouncing on that one, Tyler, when it came set. He just never was comfortable. That front leg didn't get set down with his foot getting level on the ground, and he was just bouncing as he was going. And that pitch before it was released looked like it was not going to be good.
Brings up Nielsen, the Utah commit, pitching today in game two of today's games. .470 batting average on the year, over 30 RBIs. Jackson Kelson comes set, delivers. Pitch elevated and outside for ball 1. Wasatch, the home team, top of the second, trailing 2-1 after giving up 2 here in the top of the second. That pitch inside, 2-0.
Well, somebody needs to make a play here for Jackson. He's kind of struggling to find it right now. Needs to just focus on throwing strikes and trust that defense behind him.
The 2-0 gets a called strike there, moves count to 2-1. It's right back on the mound. Wasatch playing straight up here on Nilsson. Crew playing deep out and left. Tragun a little bit shallow out and right. 2-1 the count, 2 outs, runners on every base. The pitch swung on, it's a ground ball to Cole. Zimmerman can't handle it, it goes through the legs. 1 run will come in, 2 runs will come in. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. Second error of the inning, and 2 more runs will come in, and just like that, Wasatch trails 4-1.
Yeah, tough luck for Wasatch, eerily similar to game 1 today, where they jumped out early, got the lead. Cottonwood came back and took advantage of not clean fielding. And in this one, Carter Bucad's had a ball at him this inning that he couldn't handle. Now Cole Zimmerman had one he couldn't handle. A couple free passes on the mound. And just like that, you're down 4-1 again. And you really don't feel like Cottonwood's earned any of it.
Only 1 hit from Cottonwood in the inning was a base knock through the 3-4 hole. It's going to bring up the number 3 hitter, Dozie, and he's going to elevate this one to center field. Should be a can of corn catch for Payton Swap, but the damage is done. 4 runs on 1 hit, 2 errors, and 2 runners are left on base. Wasatch has work to do, down 4-1 as we go into the 3rd inning.
Dan Sluga at Wasatch Back Flooring is extending his services to include quality paint products to complete your home remodeling needs. Locally owned and operated, Dan and his team can help you find the right flooring for your home with quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Target, Godfrey Hurst, and many more. Since 2009, they've been exceeding their customers' needs by helping them select flooring that fits both their lifestyle and budget. They've got you covered at Wasatch Back Flooring and Paint.
Wasatch Back Grill and Deli is a family-owned and operated business serving great food and customer service in Heber City and Midway for over 7 years. For a burger with kick, try the Firehouse. Have a hankering for some seafood? Try fish and chips. Or try the Mandarin chicken salad. Their homemade recipes, freshly grilled burgers and sandwiches are complemented with unique sauces and homemade sides. They provide the best experience and highest quality food. Stop by today and try their great menu items. As a thank you to teachers, first responders, medical personnel, and military, get 15% off meals all year round.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Physical at the Fit Stop is your locally owned and operated physical therapy clinic serving you from head to toe, including vertigo to sports injuries, serving the Heber Valley for over 40 years.
Yeah, I apologize. I said going into the 3rd. It's bottom of the 2nd. Wasatch, the home team. I got to adjust with Wasatch being designated home team here at Cottonwood High School. Carter Bucad, Tragun Shaw, Kelson Stocking, your hitters to lead off here at the bottom of the 2nd. Nielsen on the mound for the Colts. Bucad will take ball 1. The 1-0 pitch here to Bucad. That's in there for strike 1. 1-1 the count.
Well, what Cottonwood is here, after seeing them, this is now game 4 on the year between Wasatch and Cottonwood, is they're competitive in the box. They're not an overpowering team here, Tyler. They're not putting unbelievable athletes out on the field like we've seen over the years here at Cottonwood, but what they are is competitive in the box. It doesn't matter who Wasatch puts on the mound. This team is going to be in play and force Wasatch to make defensive plays.
Big hop off the bat, has to get rid of it quick. In time, made the play. That's a pretty good play there from Dozie. Made the pick out of the dirt, and Wasatch has one away here in the bottom of the 2nd.
Not just a good play from Dozie, but a good job from Burke, the shortstop. Knew he had to get rid of it quick, and he fired it over there as quickly as he could with a bad ball. It was a bad hop, but he knew he had to get rid of it. Couldn't take his time and square his shoulders. And that's a big play there to get the leadoff guy out for Wasatch.
Brings up Tragun Shaw. Hitting in the 8th spot. He'll swing and foul that one off. On deck will be Kelson Stocking, the senior catcher. Tragun sets. 0-1 the count. Nelson back into the windup. The pitch. That one's up in the zone, but that's the one Tragun likes. He takes another hack at it. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Tragun will step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset himself. 0-2 the count with 1 out. The 0-2, another fastball. That one's laced through the 5-6 hole. Base knock there for Tragun Shaw with 2 strikes. He's been good with 2 strikes in the series, and he gets a single there to give Wasatch their first base runner here in the bottom of the 2nd.
I love that from Tragun, Tyler. He looked overmatched a little bit from Nielsen on that previous pitch. Took a couple extra breaths stepping out there, and I was watching Nielsen to see where he would go. And he was licking his chops thinking, oh, yeah, I'm coming back at a fastball with this kid. I've got him. But Tragun did a good job of clearing kind of his mind and getting ready to go. Drives that ball through the left side of the infield.
Tragun on first. Looked like another one of those where he didn't pause very long. 1-0 the count. Tragun Shaw at first base. Kelson Stocking in the box.
Yeah, you got 3 umpires out there. Should be an easy read, right? You got plenty of guys that can see.
Takes a deep breath this time. The pitch delivers the 1-0. It's swung on. It's a lazy fly ball down the right field line. Tailing, and it'll land foul. 1-1 now the count. Coming in today, Stocking on the season.
Hey, line drive, here, Kels, you got this.
Hitting .234. It was 0 for 3 in his one game that he hit against Tooele. Has a 1-1 count now. Pickoff move, not in time. Tragun Shaw dives back to the bag. Top of the order on deck is Crew Erickson. 1-1 the count. Another pickoff move, not in time.
It's been a busy couple days for this Wasatch baseball team, Ty. On the bus down here yesterday to play early. Had to jump quickly back on the bus, get home for graduation.
1-1. Kelson does get a good swing on this one to shallow right field. It's not enough, though, as Stinson comes in and makes the play. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second.
And then, of course, after the graduation, all the festivities that come with that. Back at it early in the morning for BP and on the bus to be down here by noon again, and now playing their second game today. It's been a busy few days.
Crew Erickson steps into the box, grounded out to the shortstop in his first at bat. See if Coach Jacobson gets creative here with a runner on first. Another pickoff move is not in time as Tragun Shaw dives back for the 3rd time. Wasatch took the 1-0 lead, but they gave up 4. Now trail 4-1. That one's in there for strike 1. 0-1 the count to Crew. Tragun takes a decent lead over at first. The 0-1 curveball gets away from the catcher. Catcher's going to try to throw out Tragun at first. Tragun breaks for second. Dozy throws it to second base, and Tragun is out. He tried to go on the ball in the dirt. Good playing catch by the Cottonwood Colts, and the Cottonwood gets out of the inning. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. It's 4-1 now as we go into the 3rd on 94.5 The Peak.
Hi, this is Abby Covarrubias, the Wasatch High School Student Body President. Did you know that parents are the #1 reason kids don't drink? Believe it or not, teens still listen to their parents. In fact, kids usually listen to their parents more than anyone else, including their friends. Utah kids report the #1 reason they choose not to drink is their parents' strong disapproval. All kids need a parent's help to stay drug and alcohol free. Brought to you by Wasatch Behavioral Health and the Parent Bonding Project.
Napa know-how.
Your local Napa Auto Parts, Wasatch Auto Parts at 105 North Main Street in Heber City stocks auto parts, tools and equipment, and many other items for heavy-duty trucks, marine, and farming equipment. Stop in today at Wasatch Auto Parts, 105 North Main Street in Heber City, a proud sponsor of Wasatch Wasps Sports.
Napa know-how. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Welcome back. Wasatch Napa Auto Parts stocks auto parts, tools, and equipment, and many other items for heavy-duty trucks, marine, and farming equipment. Stop in today. 4-1, Wasatch trails as we go into the top of the 3rd inning. Jackson Kelson still on the mound. Up for the Cottonwood Colts will be Stinson, Saran, and Fox. Stinson walked in his last at bat, flew out to right field in his last at bat. Sophomore right fielder, 400 batting average on the year, over 30 RBIs. That one doesn't get close to the plate for ball 1.
Well, the weather's can't make up its mind down here now, Ty. Sun coming out, starting to shine pretty well. after getting a little moisture here last inning.
1-0, that one is in there for a strike. It's fouled off, moves count to 1-1.
Top of the third inning, and the scoreboard looks a bit unusual. Wasatch down 4-1. Only one hit for Cottonwood, though. 2 hits for Wasatch and 2 errors for the Wasps.
Gets a called strike there in the bottom of the zone, moves the count to 1-2. One-two the count. Jackson comes set, delivers the 1-2. Strike 3 on the inside corner. First physical at the pit stop, strike out of the game for Jackson Kelson as he frees the number 4 hitter on the inside corner. 1 away here in the top of the third. Brings up the left fielder now, Saran. Senior walked his last at bat. Got that game, got the big inning going with that walk. It was a full count walk. Jackson Kelson looks a little bit better right now. Lands another strike there, moves the count to 0-1.
Yeah, it's so much about rhythm a lot of times with pitchers, Tyler. That second inning, he got out of rhythm. He got a base runner on by a walk, a few errors. Now you have to do picks and looks, mix it up a little bit, and it can get you out of your rhythm. Right now he's starting to settle into a little bit of a rhythm.
Ball 1 there, moves the count to 1-1. Comes back with a fastball, and that's laced through the 5-6 hole. Good piece of hitting there from the left fielder. Another base knock for the Cottonwood Colts. And just like in the previous inning, 1 out, but then Saran's able to get on base. See what Wasatch does and how Jackson Kelson does with a runner on. It's going to bring up the catcher Fox, who singled in his first at bat.
Fox takes a long look down at the third base coach. See if they've got anything going on here.
Saran, a decent lead over at first. 1 look, delivers, swing and a miss there from Fox. 0-1 the count.
It's a big swing from the catcher. Kind of let it all go on that one, Ty. But he's been pretty disciplined at hitting line drives throughout the course of this series. He's been good.
0-1 the count. 2 looks from Kelson. Now goes with an off speed. That's in there for strike 2. Moves count to 1-2. 0-2. Count now here with 1 out. Runner on first for Cottonwood. Kelson 1 look. Pickoff move. Not in time. We'll reset with an 0-2.
The rules in the Super Regional, again, you play 3-game series, so the winner of this one will advance. But a bit unusual where the home team, the higher seed, gets to be the home team at their field, so they get the first 2 games for sure. Ball there, Ty on pitch 3. But on game 3, then they'll flip the coin, and whoever wins the coin flip gets to be the home team. Wasatch won that, so even though we're at Cottonwood, this is the top of the third as Cottonwood is hitting.
1-2 the count. That ball outside on that last one. Swings at this one. That's going to be a base knock to center field. Back-to-back singles here for Cottonwood, and they've got runners on first and second. 1 out.
Ty, and I could see your body language. You thought the pitch before should have been a strike, right?
Well,
you thought
this
he
must
had
have
him
been outside. It was. I didn't think it was high. Bring up the designated hitter Green. Reached on an error and had an RBI in his last at bat. Same exact situation we were just in the top of the second. Runners on first and second, 1 out with Green at the plate.
Yeah, and then Wasatch gave up a bunch of runs by not fielding the ball cleanly here. They've got to back up Jackson Kelson behind him. He's doing a good job being around the zone for the most part.
It's going to be another ground ball, but this one gets through the 5-6 hole. Another single. Crew Erickson can't come up with the ball, and runners are going to advance to second and third on the error by Crew. So it's a single with an error by the left fielder that advances the runners to second and third. Another run comes in, and it's 5-1. And just the story has been Wasatch is not fielding the ball cleanly, and Cottonwood is taking advantage. But 3 straight singles here from Cottonwood in the top of the third inning.
Yeah, but again, that coach was holding up the runner. A run would not have scored on that play had Crew come up with a clean. And Wasatch just, again, it's just getting in their own way. Now 3 errors on the game. only in the third inning.
Bases loaded, and Wasatch is actually going to cut it off. They're not going to play for the double play. It's going to bring up the center fielder, Fiel Jr. He'll take a ball on the inside.
The runner advanced to second.
Oh, sorry. There isn't a runner on first. You're right. Only runners on second and third. Second and third, and Wasatch is Cottonwood's woken up the bats. There's a strike there. Moves count to 1-1.
That puts Jackson already up to 50 pitches on the day. Only through 62 in 7 innings on Monday.
1-1, another base knock. It's right at Jack Bluth. The barrel went right at Jack. Jack catches it, throws it to third. A double play gets Wasatch out of the inning. 1 run on 3 hits, 1 error in the inning, and 1 is left on base. Wasatch trails 5-1 as we go into the bottom of the third.
Hi, friend. Are you ready for your next delicious meal? Come to the Dairy King, home of the train, where they're serving the yummiest food to friends and family in the valley. Come in and get a mouth-watering peach shake, peach cobbler shake, or peach raspberry shake. Dairy King, the winner of the Best Estate for 18 years. They're celebrating their 75th anniversary. Bring a picture and a memory of being at Dairy King. Proudly serving the Heber Valley for 75 years. The Dairy King, home of the train, is serving deliciousness daily. Stop in today.
Timberline Ace Hardware is your full-line Benjamin Moore paint store. Visit them for your home projects, business-to-business, and contractor needs. And remember to ask about their delivery services. And they're looking for some cashiers. Apply today. And get your Carhartt wear, your cool outdoor clothing, and Wrangler jeans. Timberline Ace Hardware, located west of the Wasatch Wasp football stadium at 737 South Main Street, serving the Heber Valley for over 50 years.
Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
Bottom of the third inning brought to you by Gravity Coalition, offering the best in bikes, skis, snowboards, skateboards, and more in Heber Valley. Personalized service, sales, and repair for the gear you love. Gravity Coalition in Midway, Utah, or visit gravitycoalition.com. This is a cool shop. If you're just joining us, Wasatch trailing Cottonwood 5-1 in the winner-take-all game of the 3-game series between Wasatch and Cottonwood today.
Top of the order up for the Wasps, Crew Erickson, Chet Wilson, and Jackson Bolender. Swing and a miss there from Crew to lead off the at-bat.
Story of the game, Tyler, to reset it. Wasatch has let 4 runs go across in the last 2 innings that have been unearned. Errors have really crippled them so far in this game.
Crew hammers this one, but it's right at the center fielder who will make the catch. Another good barrel there from Crew, but there's one away here in the bottom of the third. Brings up Chet Wilson. Walked and scored in his first plate appearance. Homered in game 1 of today's doubleheader.
Yeah, and he tattooed that ball, Tyler. Cleared the left center field fence pretty easily.
He's going to tattoo this one for a single up the middle. Good swing there from Chet Wilson. Back-to-back barrels. One results in an out. This one sneaks through the infield, and Wasatch has a runner on with 1 out, similar to they had in the last game, or last inning.
Yeah, his swing's starting to come along, Tyler. Now these next 2 guys, you need to get them going. Both Jackson Bolender and Payton Swap have had quiet days at the plate. Need them to pick you up a little bit.
Jackson walked in his first at-bat. See if Wasatch can get something going. Down 5-1. Off-speed pitch is low and out, high and outside for ball 1. One 0 count. Bubbles did have a triple in game 1 of this series yesterday.
Yeah, Cottonwood has shifted to the alleys, Tyler. They're playing a lot more straight up in this game. Right field and left field are in tight, leaving the base paths pretty wide open if Wasatch can get it down the foul line.
Nelson, couple pickoff moves over to Chet, not in time. Chet shortens up his lead a little bit, though. Now takes another half step. The 1-0, swung on. That'll be a base knock to the right side. Coach Jacobson wants Chet to come from first to third. Throw from Stinson, not in time. Bubbles will stay at first base, but a nice single there from Bubbles. And Wasatch is in business. Runners on first and third with 1 out, with Payton Swap coming to the plate.
All right, now we got a little something going here. Get the momentum back on your side if you're Wasatch. 4, 5, 6 coming up. Only 1 out. A couple runners on. You need to do some damage this inning. You need to start getting a little belief back into this dugout.
Struck out looking in his first at bat on a questionable call on the outside part of the plate and a little bit low. First and third. Bubbles at first, Wilson at third. Fastball too far outside. Ball one. Cole Zimmerman on deck, had the lone RBI in the game on an RBI up the middle. 1-0 count. The pitch. That's too low, moves the count to 2-0.
Well, Chet's got the catcher's attention. He came down hard with heavy footsteps, trying to draw the attention of the pitcher. Got to watch for a little backdoor pick action.
2-0 the count. The pitch. High fastball. Payton goes for it. Moves count to 2-1. Two-one count after the check swing. One out, first and third. Nelson delivers. Another high fastball that Swap goes for again, and that'll move the count to 2-2.
Well, go right back to it if you're Nelson. Payton's gone 2 in a row. I'll make this pitch kind of chest high. Fastball coming hard at him.
The pitch goes low, misses, fills up the count at full.
I think that was the intent. I think he wanted to go high again. I just found a bad release point. That one left his hand.
Full count, one out, first and third. Swap in the box with an RBI opportunity. Nelson comes set, delivers. Swung on, this one's elevated to left center field. It's going back, going back, going back, going back. It's off the wall. Chet will score. Bubbles rounding third, will stop at third base. An RBI double for Payton Swap here in the bottom of the third, and Wasatch scores a run. The score now 5-2.
Nice job for Payton to hang in there in that one. He did not look good on the first 2 strikes. Behind looked a little bit questionable as far as just mechanics. But it only takes one good pitch. That's the beautiful thing about baseball. You can look like the worst player in the world on the pitch before and then look like the best player on the next one. And Payton got one good pitch there and really hit that ball well. That was to the deepest part of the park, Tyler, where it goes 380 to the left center gap. And Payton hit that one square.
So interesting, Tad Sulcer's going to come into the game here for Jackson Bolender.
Yeah, it's an interesting move there, right? When Jackson's on third. Thinking about a sac fly, more than likely, Tyler, tagging up on a sac fly here. So that's the move that you would assume is going on. Bolender will likely re-enter. Coach Jacobson feeling this is an important inning here for Wasatch to make a sub at that point.
Infield playing backs, they're going to trade an out for a run on a ball up the middle in the infield. Corners are playing in. Cole Zimmerman already with an RBI single in the game today. He's got 2. Good speed at third and great speed at second base is Payton Swap. 5-2 the score. 1 out. First pitch of the at-bat, curveball, lands it for a strike. Zimmerman's been good here in the postseason. 0-1 the count with Jack Bluth on deck. The pitch. Fastball, it's going to be a ground ball up the middle. It's going to score a run. Good play from Snow will get Cole at first base. But 2 runs in now. The score now 5-3. Wasatch has cut into the 4-run lead. Now a 2-run lead for the Colts. Second RBI of the day for Cole Zimmerman.
Oh, Wasatch needed this. They need a little response to close the gap and get a little hope into that dugout. This run on third could go a long way. See if you can find a way to get Payton in here.
See if Jack can come through here, senior for the Wasps. 5-3 the score with the runner on third with 2 outs. Nilsson delivers to Bluth. Swung on, it's a ground ball to the 5-6 spot. Jack hustling down the line.
Oh, good play.
And gets him out by half a step. Good play there from the shortstop, Burke, and Wasatch scores 2 on 3 hits. No errors in the inning and leaves 1 on base. It's 5-3 as we move into the top of the 4th.
The 50s produced some great sound. That early rock and roll triggered so much emotion for so many. Here's another sound from that era. The dental drill triggers a whole different set of emotions. The sounds, the smells, feeling out of control, whatever keeps you from the dentist at Dorius Dental, we get it. We focus on the little things. Distract yourself with your favorite episode of The Office, or crank up the 80s or 90s and let it take you back to another time. At Dorius Dental, we are sensitive to your needs. We are taking care of the little things so you can move on to more enjoyable things. Located in Gateway Plaza, Heber City.
You might be used to having someone ask you the question, what is it that you need? I think that's limiting. I'm going to take you through a 6-step process. And it's simply answering questions. And it might not just be home. It might be that you want that fancy new car. It might be that you want trips. It's your list. What is it that you really, really want?
Call Tom Stone at Guild Mortgage in Heber City.
Tom Stone, MLS 257849. Guild Mortgage Company is an equal housing lender. MLS 3274. All loans are subject to underwriter approval. Terms and conditions may apply. Subject to change without notice. This is live coverage of Wasatch High School sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Fourth inning action brought to you by Wasatch Behavior Health, founded in 1967. A comprehensive community behavioral health center offering a wide array of programs and services for children, teens, and adults. 5-3 the score. Wasatch trails by 2. They are the designated home team today after winning the coin toss. Up for the Cottonwood Colts will be the number 9 hitter, second baseman Snow. He walked in his last at bat. Your defense today, Chet Wilson at third, Carter Bucad at short, Jack Bluth at second, Cole Zimmerman at first, Tragun Shaw in right, Payton Swap in center, and Crew Erickson in left. Snow's had himself a good series so far for Cottonwood in the box. The first pitch of the at-bat, that's too far inside for ball 1. 1-0 the count.
This Wasatch Cottonwood matchup all of a sudden is becoming a pretty common postseason game over the last 4 years. This is the 6th time they've played each other in the postseason.
Ground ball right up the middle. Bucad's going to come across the diamond, throws it quickly across. That's a good play there from the sophomore shortstop. And Wasatch has one away in the top of the 4th.
Cottonwood has won 4 out of the last 6 games. See if Wasatch can get number 7 here.
Problem has not been to get the first guy out, Ty. Wasatch has gotten the first guy out in each of the 4 innings. It's been the number 2 guy that's been good for Cottonwood, and this time it's the leadoff guy. He ground out to the shortstop and then was hit by pitch on that left arm in his second at bat.
Well, and this kid at the plate, Tyler Burke, has had a great series. In fact, this Nelson kid, other people have seen him more than me, but now we're seeing him for a 4th game. I'm not convinced that he plays a better shortstop than this kid here. We've seen this kid at short for a couple of the games, and Burke does a good job over there. And so they've got a couple kids that can really knock down that left side of the infield, whatever way you spin it.
0-1 after a foul ball on the first pitch. Low and outside, ball 1, 1-1 now the count. Kelton sets. The 1-1. Curveball that time. Fouls it off. Moves the count to 1-2.
Is this a senior here for Cottonwood?
Junior.
Burke?
Oh, yeah, no, he's a senior.
He's senior here.
Yeah.
Not too many seniors on this Cottonwood team, are there, in the starting lineup?
3 or 4 seniors. The 1-2 to Burke. Fastball. Fouls that one off. Good leadoff hitter here. A lot of contact to fight him off. Did this in his first at bat before eventually rolling over to the shortstop.
Jackson Kelson up to 57 pitches now. Again, why that matters, it'll be a quick turnaround for the winner of this game. Monday, back at it.
Kelson tried to receive that. He received that one really well. Made that one look a lot better than it was, but it is still a ball. Moves count to 2-2.
The games after this Super Regional, Tyler, will all be played at college venues. UVU is where the teams will head on Monday and Tuesday to play there.
2-2. That one smoked at the shortstop. Bucad fields it clean, throws it across the diamond a little bit high, but Cole Zimmerman stings with it. Back-to-back outs from Bucad to Zimmerman, and Wasatch has 2 away here in the top of the 4th.
It's a cool experience, too, when you get as a team to head down to that venue down at UVU to play. That's, they move it around every once in a while. They played at Kearns.
Slick last year.
Slick at BYU, they'll play as well, but when you get to that college diamond, you're one of the top dogs. You've made it deep in the postseason tournament, and one more win would secure that berth.
Brings up Nielsen, who takes strike 1. Flied out to right field in his first at bat, and then reached on an error that brought in a couple of runs in his second at bat.
timeout is called by Nelson. He's not been afraid to use that
0-1.
timeout. Stepped out a couple times in this series already.
0-1. Fastball too far outside. 1-1 now the count. Nielsen on the mound, but they did have some bullpen action happening to start this fourth inning. Jackson Kelton shakes, now sets. 1-1. Gets a swing. It's another ground ball to Bucad. Bucad fields it between his legs, throws it across the diamond. How about that? 3 straight outs, all from 6-3. Bucad to Zimmerman as Wasatch gets their second retire to the side inning, brought to you by Wasatch Physical Therapy. It is 5-3 as we go into the bottom of the fourth.
Hi, this is Nicole with Mountain Refined Furnishings and Flooring. And if you didn't know, we've recently partnered with Mattress Warehouse of Utah to bring you the largest selection of mattresses around. The team at Mountain Refined prides themselves on making your home a place where you love to be. We offer a large selection of furnishings, flooring, window treatments, gifts, decor, and so much more. If you haven't been by lately, stop and check it out. You'll be pleasantly surprised. We're located at 480 North Main Street.
Heber City Point S is locally owned and operated by Larry Rhodes and Brad Hyatt. They offer the best brand tires at low prices with extensive knowledge and experience of repair and services with no pressure sales. Only what you need. They've been taking care of cars, trucks, and trailers for over 20 years. No appointment needed, conveniently located, free shuttle service, and free Wi-Fi. Take $5 off your next visit when you tell them 94.5 The Peak sent you over. That's Heber City Point S.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP Heber City and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Bottom of the fourth inning brought to you by Dorius Dental. Doctors Dorius and Proctor take pride in making your mouth smile. Learn more at DoriusDental.com. Wasatch trailing 5-3 in the bottom of the fourth inning at Cottonwood High School. It's game 3 of the 3-game series between these two schools. Again, the winner will advance to UVU on Monday to take on either Lehigh or potentially Spanish Fork.
Yeah, and Lehigh's advanced, right? We've seen that. That's official, as well as we haven't seen the official final of Salem, but they had a big lead over Park City. Haven't seen any other scores. Have you heard any other
the
scores?
only other one that would maybe shake it up a little bit would be Brighton, but even then, that would just alternate Lehigh or Spanish Fork. So it's going to be one of those two for Wasatch if they advance.
Bucad, Shaw, Stocking will lead off the inning here in the bottom of the fourth. Bucad will take ball 1. Softball playing right now back home against Cedar Valley, trying to close out that series and advance to the quarterfinals, as well as soccer taking on, that's a rematch of the state championship last year, Skyline Wasatch at Rye Tree Stadium. That game started at 4 o'clock. We'll try to get some updates there. 2-0 the count as Bucad takes ball 2. Wasatch trying to climb back into this thing. Down 5-1, scored 2 in the bottom of the third to cut the lead to 2. Another ball moves down to 3-0.
Looking fatigued. All these balls are up in the zone, and he's thrown with a lot of velocity. He's putting a lot of effort into these pitches, Tyler, as Nelson.
3-0 the count. Goes into the windup. The 3-0. That one's up as well. That should be ball 4. It is ball 4 as Card Bucad reaches base. And that'll bring up Tragun Shaw.
And that's the same spot we brought up twice earlier, Tyler, on the 3-0 pitch. One time he called it a strike. The other time he didn't. And talked about how I'd like to see the umpire not reward that pitch because it's not close to the zone. So good to see him kind of holding true there. Umpires take a lot of heat from the crowd, and they really have done a pretty good job in this series. They're human. They miss calls here or there, just like players maybe make mistakes or coaches, but they've done a good job in this series.
Mirror Lake Station trip to the mound from the Cottonwood coach. Mirror Lake Station, best donuts in Utah. The Mirror Lake Station is your stop for gas, groceries, and goodies. Owners David and Kristen Wade invite you to swing by and say hello this season. Mirror Lake Station, Nelson will stay in the ball game, and he'll go to Tragun Shaw, who singled to left field in his last at bat. Singled on a 0-2 pitch as well. Be surprised for some small ball here from Tragun on the left-hand side.
No, I think you could almost expect that at this point. Again, not your traditional third baseman over here either.
Nelson comes set. The pitch. They're going to let Tragun swing. He'll take ball 1. I think they might just be taking until you get a strike.
Now you're taking until you get a strike at this point. Tragun's had a hot bat too, Ty. He's got 5 hits in his last 6 at-bats.
Another ball. No, they're going to call that one a strike. That looked about the exact same pitch. 1-1 now the count.
I wonder if the dugout lost that one for him. They were doing the Texas A&M ball 5, ball 6 chant that Texas A&M does, and I don't know if the umpire liked that much. You're not supposed to direct your comments at the other team.
Right.
It's kind of the rule in high school baseball.
1-1, that one's low. 2-1 now the count.
And I think I would qualify what they were doing as directing it at the other team.
Agree
so
with that.
that's probably one that the umpires would want you to stop.
2-1 the count. Tragun gets the sign from Coach Jacobson. Carter Bucad takes his lead. It's a good lead over at first base. 2-1, the pitch. That one was high. Tragun takes a hack at it, gets a piece of it that time. Probably would have been ball 3, but now the count 2-2. Tragun has some work to do now. Had a 2-out or 2-strike knock in his last at bat. We'll see what he does here with the 2-2. Kelton Stocking on deck. The 2-2. Curveball. Gets Tragun right in the bone of the ankle. That one's going to sting, but now he's going to sprint to first base. Good.
Don't stop running, because when you do that, it's going to hurt for a long. That one honestly could be kind of fracture type territory, Tyler. That ball hit him right on the shin.
Team at bat there from Tragun at Shaw.
Yeah, and you could tell with both you and I just stopped when that hit him. It was not a fastball. It was a breaking pitch coming in, but just where it got him hurts you looking at it.
Kelton Stocking will come up to the plate with runners on first and second, nobody out. Tragun Shaw represents the tying run at first base here in the bottom of the fourth. Just got an update from back home, Ty. 9-2. Wasatch softball leading in the bottom of the fourth.
See if Kelson can execute here. I would assume, again, I've assumed wrong twice already in this one, but this seems like a pretty prime bunt situation. You get the tying run to second base with leadoff coming up.
Yeah, and a great bunter. Kelton Stocking, one of the better bunters on the team here in the 9th spot. He is going to square. First and second, pickoff move, and they call a balk.
Yeah, good.
They call a balk, and that will advance
I
runner
feel like
second and third.
They've missed a handful of balks on him today. It's about time we got one of those called. Good. Now you get 3 cracks at it here.
Second and third. Nobody out with Kelson Stocking, Crew Erickson.
That one looked odd from the beginning. Kelson squared early as he was asked to do, but nobody really broke. And again, it's an easy read on a pick play there. If you're not breaking in a traditional way that they've been doing all series long, you know something's up. Threw the pitcher off, got out of his mechanics, and that balk seems pretty big in this moment.
Nobody out, second and third. Good speed at second base with Tragun. Kelton Stocking gets into the box. First pitch of the at-bat. And it's at Kelson's head. Kelson ducks underneath it. It's been a walk and a hit by pitch.
You know, that's helmet high. Now, you're hearing a lot of wear it things, but you got to get that helmet just in the right spot to wear that so you don't get knocked out. I think that's a good business decision from Kelson to move on that one.
1-0 count. Nelson's had trouble with command here in the bottom of the fourth. The pitch. That one's in there. Kelson Stocking's going to drive this one to deep right center. It's dropped! It's dropped! The center fielder drops it. Tragun Shaw will advance to third. Kelson Stocking in there at second base. A big-time error by the center fielder who just dropped the baseball. One run comes in, and we've got runners at second and third still with nobody out in the top of the order coming up.
This game just feels like the baseball gods are playing chess with it up there, don't they, Tyler? Like, that ball is squared up really well. It's a good swing from Kelson. Going to get a run either way. But that ball is as routine as it gets there for the center fielder. And gave it back after Wasatch gave 4 runs to Cottonwood. Now Cottonwood gives back here, and Wasatch is in business here. Runners on third and second, nobody out, bottom of the fourth. Wasps have a real chance to take a lead here in this inning. We're going to have a pitching change, Ty.
Yeah, we're going to have a pitching change. We'll go ahead and take a break. We come back. It's 5-4. Wasatch down by 1 with runners on second and third.
Gucci Goo Barbecue in Heber Valley is a premier barbecue restaurant. You can choose from finger-licking ribs, poppin' andouille sausage, tasty chicken, tender brisket, delicious pork, and yummy street tacos. Friday night dates, take that significant other for the smoked prime rib that melts in your mouth. Family-friendly atmosphere where everyone is welcome, quick service for dine-in or takeout, great quality food, and great value for your money. That's Gucci Goo in Midway on Main Street.
Dan Sluga at Wasatch Flooring is extending his services to include quality paint products to complete your home remodeling needs. Locally owned and operated, Dan and his team can help you find the right flooring for your home with quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Target, Godfrey Hirst, and many more. Since 2009, they've been exceeding their customers' needs by helping them select flooring that fits both their lifestyle and budget. They've got you covered at Wasatch Flooring and Paints.
Wasatch Back Grill and Deli is a family-owned and operated business serving great food and customer service in Heber City and Midway for over 7 years. For a burger with kick, try the Firehouse. Have a hankering for some seafood? Try fish and chips. Or try the Mandarin chicken salad. Their homemade recipes, freshly grilled burgers and sandwiches are complemented with unique sauces and homemade sides. They provide the best experience and highest quality food. Stop by today and try their great menu items. As a thank you to teachers, first responders, medical personnel, and military, get 15% off meals all year round.
5, 4, 3, 2.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Green on the pitch for Cottonwood as Wasatch trails 4-5, but have runners on second and third here in the bottom of the fourth inning with nobody out. Really good spot here for the Wasps. Top of the lineup coming up. Crew Erickson stepping into the box. Green throws 2 balls to start off. Should have a good hitter's count here for Erickson. Pickoff play there from Green to second, but he decides to eat it rather than throw it to the second baseman who is breaking. 2-0 count. Shaw on third. McPhee at second, the courtesy runner for Kelson Stocking. There's your pitch, fouled off straight back off the catcher and into the net in the back. It's a good swing. 2-1 count now. Base hit should at minimum tie this thing up. See how aggressive Coach Jacobson would want to be on sending McPhee. Usually with less than 2 outs, or excuse me, nobody out and a runner on second, you've got a lot of chances here, and so you don't get as aggressive. There's another foul ball back towards the net. And we've got a 2-2 count. Erickson now just needs to be in play again. The middle infield is back for Cottonwood, and so it should be a run. Just being in play anywhere but the corners should get you a run if you're Wasatch. There's your pitch, ball in the dirt, blocked by the catcher out in front. Nice job from Fox to keep that one in play. 3-2 count, nobody out. Erickson at the plate. Not a bad time as a pitcher if you're comfortable with a breaking pitch. You've got a base open, and you really need some strikeouts here in this situation. Not a bad time to bring it. There's your pitch. Fouled straight up behind home plate. See if this one gets out of here. And just does. Hits the top of the net that hangs over the field and goes out of play. So Erickson will get another one here.
That one made me worry, Tyler, because that wind is swirling. And we've seen a lot of just weird balls that have come down. We've seen Chet drop one earlier in the day. The center fielder just dropped one. I thought that one might get pushed back in play.
Green is much slower than Nielsen, who was there. He's not bad velocity, but Nielsen, again, was in the high 80s. Green is probably floating around 80 is where he would be.
Only 6 2/3 innings pitched this year, Tyler, for Green. This is going to be into the Bermuda Triangle. It's shallow right field. Stinson having trouble. He does come up with it. Throw from the plate. This one, I got all fumbled up. That had a chance. If Tragun would have gone, I think he would have been safe because that ball wasn't close, and the pitcher was not backing up the throw. But right decision there with nobody out.
Yeah, you don't gamble the tying run on that ball, Tyler. Coach Jacobson was very aggressive yesterday on those plays, but you're playing with the lead, and you can. This run on third is very important, and you've got your hottest bat coming up next in Chet Wilson. So that's the right call for the coach to not send him, although you are right. Tragun would have scored there.
Single in his last at bat and had a home run in game 1. Jackson Bolender on deck. Second and third, 1 out. Wasatch trails by 1. Craig McPhee at second base. Tragun at third. Curveball. This one swung on by Chet. It's deep right field. He's not getting to that one. It's off the wall. Craig McPhee's going to try to score from second. And I don't think Cottonwood recognized it. Craig kind of paused on that. They had a chance at the plate, but Cottonwood not able to get the ball in time, and the double that brings in 2 runs by Chet Wilson. Man, his bat's woken up, and he is dominating the pitching right now.
It's like I said, the hottest bat in the lineup right now, but someone needs to give Cray a hard time. Chet was at second base before Cray scored on that ball. And again, Chet got a head start because Cray was retreating on that line drive, not knowing if the right fielder was going to have a chance at it or not. So he was going back to second to potentially tag, and Chet was barreling towards second base. That ball was into the second baseman who turned and given up on the play when Cray was only about halfway to home. But Wasatch takes the lead.
Good speed from second base now is Chet. Jackson Bolender at the plate. He'll take ball one on the ball that's low in the zone. He singled as well to right field in his last at bat.
If you're Cottonwood, I didn't want to say it out loud, but for me, that was an easy one as a coach. It's an intentional walk to Chet Wilson, and you bring up a double play possibility with Jackson Bolender. I was surprised Cottonwood didn't go after that there after the way Wilson has swung it in this game.
That ball goes behind Jackson Bolender. Chet will advance to third base, and with one out, Wasatch has a chance with a guy on third.
And Ty, to Cottonwood, to defend Cottonwood a little bit, that's all the different coaches you've got on your staff. That's where you need to have guys thinking out loud constantly. There's so much that's going on within a game that the head coach has to pay attention to that probably somebody should have brought up that point to the coach.
2-0 pitch to Bolender. Swung on. This one smoked to center field. This one's going back. Goodbye, Senor Wilson. A 2-run home run for Jackson Bolender.
He just hammered that ball. Oh, my gosh, that thing was absolutely tattooed over the right field fence.
What a hit by Jackson Bolender.
That's the fastest he's ever run around the bases as well. Holy moly.
That ball was smoked. 7, make it 8. 8-5 the score after the 2-run home run from Jackson Bubbles Bolender.
No doubter off the bat, Tyler. No doubter. Over the 380 sign.
That was the deepest part of the field. That one would have been out at Wasatch as well. That ball was smoked. It's 8-5. Wasatch leads by 3.
Oh, man, that was awesome.
That ball was crushed.
8-5 the score. Payton Swap comes up. He doubled to left center field in his last at bat. Still only one away here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
I hope you can hear Craig Zimmerman by me. He's enjoying this one. I gotta say it. If you didn't hear it, saw a pilot and 3 stewardess on that play with that ball flying high through the air.
Swing and a miss there from Payton. Home run swing there. He was going after that one. 1-1 the count with Cole Zimmerman on deck. Wasatch fell behind 5-1, but they've clawed their way back into it and now have taken a 3-run lead here in the bottom of the 4th. Curveball, that one's going to get Payton. Payton will trot down to the first base. Another base runner for Wasatch here in the 4th.
Such an easy game type, but it's so hard to execute. It's easy to, I guess, dissect is what I should say. If you give free base runners through errors, walks, hit by pitches, the other team will get you. And that's what you're seeing this inning. Tragun Shaw, hit by pitch. You have an error in center field. Now another hit by pitch. And Wasatch is taking full advantage of it. That's how Cottonwood got their lead out of their 5 runs. 4 of them should not be on the board because of defensive questionable play from Wasatch. And it just goes back and forth. And, again, we're only at the halfway point in this game. And so this is a fun one, but Wasatch can't get too comfortable at this point. They need to keep trying to pour it on.
Especially with the way Cottonwood's been swinging it. That one's a ball 1 high in the zone.
Well,
you mentioned at the break that I was sounding like I was going to sleep a little bit. Had to take a bathroom break, and then Jackson Bolender heard it, and he got me back woken up. This thing's exciting now.
Well, good.
8-5 the score. 1-0 the count. The pitch. That's a good spot there from Green.
We get you in this cold weather, Tyler, and you just turn into a zombie over here. It's
1-1 the count to Zimmerman. Zimmerman's been good today. A single and a ground out of the shortstop, but both scored runs. He's got 2 RBIs in the game today. Good speed from Swap. 1-1 the count with 1 out. Long pause from Green. The pitch. Off speed, lands that one as well. Zimmerman a little bit frustrated with himself. 1-2 the count.
Would like to have that one back. Action in the bullpen. Cottonwood getting their big lefty loose, who Wasatch saw in game 1 of the season. And they were able to get a few runs on him. He was effective, but
not a hard-throwing lefty.
Yeah.
1-2 the count with 1 out. The pitch.
And
swung on. That one's roped up the middle. Another single from Cole Zimmerman. And Wasatch has runners on first and second with 1 out.
And again, Ty, I think Cottonwood, after what Wasatch did to Hudman yesterday, the soft-throwing lefty, I think that's probably, they want to avoid a lefty if they can. Wasatch just really put it on Cottonwood. And so they haven't gone that route here. But the way they're getting to Green, they're probably going to have to make a move here pretty quick.
He's going to bring up Jack Bluth, grounded out to the shortstop and second baseman today. Has runners on first and second with one out.
This is a good response from this Wasatch team. I think if I could paint a picture of this team with one word, Ty, it would be resiliency this year.
You bet.
They have just come back time and time and time again. It's just a very resilient team.
Jack's going to lay down a drag bunt. It's going to go right back to the pitcher, though. First baseman has to get back, and he gets away from the first baseman. Everybody's safe. Payton trying to score. He does score. Jack trying to score to go to second, and he will advance to second. Second and third. Still one out. One run comes in, 9-5 on the air, and that's a pretty good call. With one out, you usually don't see a bunt in that situation, and Cottonwood got caught off guard with nobody covering first base.
Yeah, where does the air go, Ty? Jack pulled them both off, and I'm not sure that's not actually a single there for Wasatch on that ball. True. And it's kind of a cheap single, as it really should have been a play made, but everyone was there. It had been vacated, so Wasatch steals another run, and they kind of broke Cottonwood on that play. Fox was standing at home, and Bluth broke when Fox had the ball at home plate, and the shortstop was standing at second base, and Fox froze. He didn't know what to do, didn't throw it to second, worried about the runner on third, and Wasatch has just kind of taken the will away from Cottonwood in this one.
Another pitching change. Let's go ahead and keep it here and recap this one. Wasatch leads 9-5, and if you're just joining us, 9-5 in the bottom of the fourth is not safe because this Cottonwood team is smoking the ball as well on the other side. They scored 14 runs in the first game and have had a lot of hits as well.
Unanswered runs as well.
Yes.
They went 14 straight on Wasatch after Wasatch put up 4 in the first inning.
It's going to be number 24, Spencer, 19 2/3 innings pitched on the year. 25 hits, 16 Ks in those 19 innings, 4.63 ERA. Pretty sure that he's going to have to enter into the game as a hitter too, Tyler.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask, if you're seeing any other changes over here, Ty.
No, but he still will be able to re-enter and hit. But that's big because Green hit the bomb. He's one that hit the bomb in Game 2 of this series, and so he's going to have to re-enter when he comes up to the plate.
I'm
going to
try to figure that out right now, Ty.
4, 5. So you're going to go ahead and go ask.
Yeah, why don't we take a quick break? I'll go see if I can figure that out. Wasatch is in business, though, leading 9-5.
Hi, this is Abby Covarrubias, the Wasatch High School Student Body President. Did you know that parents are the #1 reason kids don't drink? Believe it or not, teens still listen to their parents. In fact, kids usually listen to their parents more than anyone else, including their friends. Utah kids report the #1 reason they choose not to drink is their parents' strongest approval. All kids need a parent's help to stay drug and alcohol free. Brought to you by Wasatch Behavioral Health and the Parent Bonding Project.
5, 4, 3, 2.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Back at it here in the bottom of the fourth. Wasatch 9, Cottonwood 5. 6 unanswered runs here in the bottom of the fourth for the Wasps. They have taken a 4-run lead after falling behind 5-1. They've got runners on second and third. This is the third pitcher they've seen in this inning. Carter Bucad up at the dish. He led off the inning with a walk. Grounded out at the shortstop in his first at bat. Cottonwood has the infield cut off. Nilsson playing about halfway through the dirt at shortstop. Lefty on the mound now. Takes a ball on the inside. The pitcher will be Spencer, as I said, throwing from the left-hand side, 4.63 ERA. He actually has the 4th most innings on the team. Decided to go to Green before him. 1-0 count here to Bucad. The pitch. Low and too low, moves down to 2-0. I'm going to put that one on the catcher, Ty. He kind of stood up a little bit on that. I think if he gets underneath that pitch, that's been called a strike in the game today. 2-0 the count. Spencer comes set, the 2-0. That one's in there for strike, moves count to 2-1. Tragun Shaw on deck, has a single and a hit by pitch off of his ankle earlier in this inning. Spencer working out of the stretch. Jack Bluth, good speed at second base. Cole Zimmerman at third base. 9-5 the score. The 2-1. Swung on. Bucad just missed it. Frustrated with himself. Moves count to 2-2.
Yeah, that was one of the better swings from him this season. He's usually pretty disciplined, staying up the middle. That was kind of a left center gap swing. And he was right on it.
2-2, 1 out, second and third. Spencer takes his time, now gets the pitch. Comes set. The 2-2. Swung on. Oh, no. Oh, no. Wow. That ball's low in the zone, and they call that a strike 3. The Wasatch faithful disagree. The Cottonwood faithful like it. But, man, that was a low pitch. In fact, the ball 2 was a little bit better of a call, I thought.
That's tough, too, because with one out, ball in play, you're getting a run there. That's a big, big blown call from the umpire behind the dish.
So 2 outs now with runners on second and third for Tragun Shaw. Hit by pitch earlier in the inning and had a single in his first at bat. Spencer comes set, delivers. Too far low and outside for ball 1.
Again, coaching me, though, Tyler, you know, as we've coached these guys for the last several years, is you tell your kids don't leave it up to the umpire. You know, you hit that pitch before that's hittable, you don't get into that spot. And I don't think Carter would disagree with that. I think he thinks he should have had that second one as well.
1-0. This one's turned and smoked down the right field line. It's going to go foul off the wall.
Jeez, Tragun just hit it off the top of the fence.
1-1 the count. It's foul after that foul ball.
That ankle looks fine after getting hit by pitch previous in this inning for Tragun. It's a pretty good swing.
9-5 the score, 1-1 the count. Second and third, 2 outs. Tragun Shaw at the dish. Spencer comes set on the mound. High leg kick, delivers. Too far low and outside, moves count to 2-1.
Don't put this one to bed too early, though, if you're Wasatch. I mean, you got to stay focused in here, not just talking about the 4-run lead. That's not very big, but Jackson Kelson's getting up in the pitch count. Gage Sheesh only has about 15 pitches left on closing, and this is a different animal here. This one could turn into an offensive shootout late in this.
Yep, good. Fouled off again, moves count to 2-2. Deuces, 2-2, 2 outs, runners on second and third.
You've got guys in relief that you feel like you can bring in. Garrett Baxter's thrown relief this year for the Wasps. Cole Zimmerman can come in. But you're thin in the bullpen.
2-2, the pitch. Protect the plate swing there from Tragun, and he survives to see another pitch.
Highlights of the game, if you're just joining us, Jackson Bolender putting the Wasps in front with a 2-run bomb.
Strike 3.
8-5 after the home run.
Spencer gets Tragun swinging, so back-to-back strikeouts for Spencer. And Wasatch is retired, but not before they score 6 runs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Wasatch takes the lead 9-5 as we go into the 5th.
Hi, friend. Are you ready for your next delicious meal? Come to the Dairy King, home of the train, where they're serving the yummiest food to friends and family in the valley. Come in and get a mouth-watering peach shake, peach cobbler shake, or peach raspberry shake. Dairy King, the winner of the Best of State for 18 years. They're celebrating their 75th anniversary. Bring a picture and a memory of being at Dairy King. Proudly serving the Heber Valley for 75 years. The Dairy King, home of the train, is serving deliciousness daily. Stop in today.
Timberline Ace Hardware is your full-line Benjamin Moore paint store. Visit them for your home projects, business-to-business, and contractor needs. And remember to ask about their delivery services. And they're looking for some cashiers. Apply today. And get your Carhartt wear, your cool outdoor clothing, and Wrangler jeans. Timberline Ace Hardware, located west of the Wasatch Wasp football stadium at 737 South Main Street, serving the Heber Valley for over 50 years.
The 50s produced some great sound. That early rock and roll triggered so much emotion for so many. Here's another sound from that era. The dental drill triggers a whole different set of emotions. The sounds, the smells, feeling out of control, whatever keeps you from the dentist at Dorius Dental, we get it. We focus on the little things. Distract yourself with your favorite episode of The Office, or crank up the 80s or 90s and let it take you back to another time. At Dorius Dental, we are sensitive to your needs. We are taking care of the little things so you can move on to more enjoyable things. Located in Gateway Plaza, Heber City.
This is live coverage of Wasatch High School sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Guild Mortgage 5th inning, top of the 5th. Wasatch leads 9-5. Jackson Kelson back on the mound for the Wasps. Set to face 3-4-5, the heart of this Cottonwood lineup. It's going to be Dozie, who's flown out to left field and center field in the game today. 9-5 the score. The first pitch of the inning. It's going to be swung on. It's a ground ball to the second baseman. Jack knocks it down, but it's not going to be enough, as that is a runner on base for Cottonwood to start off the inning.
Well, neither teams look good in the field here today, Tyler. Both teams have had their struggle fielding the ball.
Going to bring up Stinson, the sophomore right fielder. Flew out to right field and then struck out looking in his last at bat. The only physical at the fit stop strikeout of the game so far for for Jackson Kelson. Jackson Kelson comes set. Delivers the first pitch here to Stinson. It's going to be a ground ball through the 5-6 hole. Good play from Bucad. He throws it to Jack. Man! No! They call him safe at first. Almost a 6-4-3 double play. Good play there from Bucad. It was to his backhand side. Threw it to Jack Bluth. Jack Bluth got the out at second, threw it to first, and the umpire thought Stinson made it. Fielder's choice ground out there from Stinson. One away here in the top of the fifth.
Yeah, it's close, Tyler. And that one, that's a big-time turn there between Bucad and Bluth. That's deep in the 5-6 hole. Carter doing a good job working through the backhand and quickly getting that ball out to Bluth. Really gave him a good chance.
Brings up the left fielder, Saran. He'll take a curveball outside for ball one. Stinson does have good speed. Got down that line. It was bang, bang, and the umpire sided with the runner. 1-0 the count. Good lead from Stinson over here at first base. The pitch, runner goes. It's swung on. It's a hit and run, and Crew didn't see it. Nobody's on third base.
Oh, that's tough.
Crew did not see that one off the bat. Pretty good piece of hitting from from Saran as that ball bounced. It almost looked like it bounced when he hit it.
Yeah, that's tough because that ball really had no business being a hit. It was a little flare ball, like a 60-degree wedge that barely got out of the infield over the third base head. But just with the scrambling of the play, Chet didn't really have a good read to get back on it. Crew is playing deep down by the fence, and now all of a sudden you got first and third with one out for Cottonwood.
First and third, one out for the catcher, Fox. A couple of singles on the day. He's been good. See if Wasatch can make something happen here. They're going to play double play depth up the middle. Cole Zimmerman holding on the runner at first. Saran, good speed. The pitch, too far low and outside. Stocking stands up quickly. Neither runner goes. One out. 1-0 the count. Wasatch leads by 4. But that 4-run lead is not safe. Jackson Kelson sets, takes a peek over first base, comes set. The pitch. Curveball in there for strike one. 1-1 now the count. Didn't have to use the curveball much in the game against Tooele. Lands the curveball there. Fox, the catcher, has been good. Gets in the box. 1-1 the count. Jackson comes set. Delivers. Another curveball for strike two. 1-2 the count now for Jackson Kelson.
Puts him at 69 pitches on the game here, Tyler. So creeping up there. Again, you can go to 110 in one day. Those are the high school rules. So you need to get out of this fifth inning quickly here, have a chance to finish this game.
Jackson shakes a couple times, comes with the fastball, freezes the hitter.
Oh, that's tough.
That Wasatch faithful wanted this called strike 3. Jackson Kelson wanted it as well.
I'm having a hard time with that one too, Tyler. That one looked really good. Really, really good. I'm not sure why the umpire didn't call that. He's talking with Kelson too.
2-2 the count. Wasatch wanted that one. We'll see if it makes a difference here on the 2-2. The pitch. Another fastball, too far outside, and that fills up the count at full. Full count, 1 out. Runners on first and third. Coach from Cottonwood gives a couple of signs. See if we see some action here over at first base. Jackson Kelson comes set. Count full, the payoff pitch. Runner goes high and inside, ball 4. So it does make a difference as the non-called strike 3 ends up in a walk, and the bases are now loaded.
Game of inches here, Ty, right? That double play, they were right there. You wouldn't have this runner on third. You have that ball that's so close to striking him out. I mean, this thing just could so easily have gone different directions in this inning so far.
Now the pitching change does make a difference here, as this would normally be Green, who hit a 3-run home run in game 1. Now it's going to have to be Spencer because they want to keep him on the mound. He's a .222 batting average with 1 RBI and 1 extra base hit. So big difference between Green and Spencer. Spencer hitting from the left-hand side. See what Wasatch can do here. Bases loaded. They're going to play double play depth up the middle. Corners will be in on the grass.
So you got to challenge him if you're Jackson. You can't give a free one here on a guy that's not regularly in the lineup.
Fastball, strike 1.
Good, good. Keep coming at him. Trust your defense. Again, you just got to get on that mound and trust the guys behind you to make plays.
Hitting in the 7 spot for Cottonwood. The 0-1 pitch. Another fastball way behind that one. 0-2 now the count.
Nowhere to go but back to a fastball here. After that swing, you go right back to that fastball, come right at him. 74 pitches now on the game for Jackson.
0-2 the count. Agrees with the pitch. Sets. Delivers the 0-2. Ooh, fouls it off. Not sure how Spencer got that one, but that one goes off of Kelson Stocking's thumb, I believe. It's going to have a pause in the action as that one hurt. Takes the glove off, shakes it off. 0-2 still the count.
Well, let's reset it if you're just joining us. Game 3, winner-take-all series here. Winner of this one will advance to next week. Wasatch leading 9-5, top of the 5th inning.
0-2 pitch is swung on and fouled off again. He goes back with a fastball. Stocking wanted that one elevated, not able to get that one too elevated.
Whether Cottonwood scores in this inning or not, Tyler, this has been a productive inning for them because what they've likely done is you've taken away the chance from Jackson being able to go 7 innings in this game.
0-2, he does go after this one. It's a ground ball to Chet. Chet to home. Kelson holds it, doesn't go to first base, but a good play there from Chet as he goes home, gets the leadoff runner, and Cottonwood still hasn't scored, so it leaves the bases loaded, but now with 2 outs, and that'll bring up the center fielder, Fiel.
Chet's had some really big moments in this series, fielding a ball at third and getting the lead guy out. It's happened 3 times now. Played a good third base over there defensively to go along with his bat that has been stellar in this series.
Fiel walked in his first at bat and then had a nice barrel that went right to Jack Bluth. And Wasatch was able to turn a double play and get out of the inning on the line drive out. 2 outs, bases loaded. Fiel represents the tying run. The score 9-5. Here's the pitch. That one gets by the catcher. Runner will come home. That was a tough pitch for Kelson Stocking to handle. Called that one a wild pitch. And Cottonwood gets a run, moves the score to 9-6. So runners on second and third now. It's now a 3-run lead after the wild pitch gets to the backstop. Now we'll see if Fiel can come up with runners on second and third. The 1-0. Low and inside, Kelson Stocking does a great job on that one. Blocks it, uses that chest protector, but 2-0 now the count. Man, exciting game. Back and forth we go, back and forth we go.
Little action in the bullpen. Looks like Ashton Gurney is down there getting loose. That would be quite the
speed change.
Well, and quite the varsity
welcome
Gurney.
To Wasatch High School varsity baseball. 9-6 the score. The 2-0. It's in there. It's swung on. It's fouled off. 2-1 the count.
Hasn't appeared in any varsity games as Gurney. In fact, just got his varsity uniform last week.
Yep.
But you and I both have seen him. He's a good player. He can pitch here for Wasatch.
Fills up the zone. Multiple pitches for strikes. Can locate the fastball. 2-1 the count. Jackson Kelson comes set. Deep breath. Delivers. Swung on. That's a base knock to the gap. That's going to score both runs. It's 9-8. Fiel's going to double to the right center field gap, and just like that, it's a 1-run game. So 3 runs here in the top of the 5th as both teams continue to respond to each other. Good swing there from the number 8 hitter, Fiel, and it's 9-8.
Yeah, he's been.
Got unplugged from our camera. Hopefully we're back on there. 9-8 the score as it brings up the number 9 hitter, Snow. Ground out of the shortstop in his last at bat. Ball 1.
I mentioned earlier, Ty, that Cottonwood had a game that ended the season. They scored 27 runs, 27-12 over Hillcrest. And Hillcrest is one of the bottom feeders in 5A this year. But this team can really swing it, and they're just not going to go away.
2-0 now the count to the number 9 hitter, Snow. Fiel is a really good base runner. He's got a big lead at second base and has good speed. Snow, senior, 0 for 1 in the game today. Jackson Kelson comes set. The 2-0. 2 looks. Delivers on the slide step. That's in there for a strike, and this one's elevated to left center field. No one's getting to that one either. Another double for the Cottonwood Colts, and we've got ourselves a tie ball game. It's 9-9 after the double from the number 9 hitter. We told you Cottonwood wasn't going to go away, and I think we're going to have a pitching change as we go to the top of the order. Coach Jacobson calls time. It's 9-9 after back-to-back doubles from the Cottonwood Colts. And we're going to see him. The sophomore Ashton Gurney making his first appearance on the mound. We'll go ahead and take a break. It's 9-9. We've got a good one here on 94.5 The Peak.
You might be used to having someone ask you the question, what is it that you need? I think that's limiting. I'm going to take you through a 6-step process. And it's simply answering questions. And it might not just be home. It might be that you want that fancy new car. It might be that you want trips. It's your list. What is it that you really, really want?
Call Tom Stone at Guild Mortgage in Heber City.
Tom Stone, MLS 257849. Guild Mortgage Company is an equal housing lender. MLS 3274. All loans are subject to underwriter approval. Terms and conditions may apply. Subject to change without notice.
Hi, this is Nicole with Mountain Refined Furnishings and Flooring. And if you didn't know, we've recently partnered with Mattress Warehouse of Utah to bring you the largest selection of mattresses around. The team at Mountain Refined prides themselves on making your home a place where you love to be. We offer a large selection of furnishings, flooring, window treatments, gifts, decor, and so much more. If you haven't been by lately, stop and check it out. You'll be pleasantly surprised. We're located at 480 North Main Street.
Heber City Point S is locally owned and operated by Larry Rhodes and Brad Hyatt. They offer the best brand tires at low prices with extensive knowledge and experience of repair and services with no pressure sales. Only what you need. They've been taking care of cars, trucks, and trailers for over 20 years. No appointment needed, conveniently located, free shuttle service, and free Wi-Fi. Take $5 off your next visit when you tell them 94.5 The Peak sent you over. That's Heber City Point S.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Mirror Lake Station, best donuts in Utah. Pitching change. Ashton Gurney, the sophomore, making his first appearance on the mound for the Wasps this season. Comes in with a runner on second base. A tie ball game, 9-9. Leading run at second. And the top of the order coming up for the Cottonwood Colts. Wasatch scored 6 in the bottom of the fourth, and Cottonwood has answered with 4 runs of their own here in the top of the fifth to tie up this ball game. 1-0, 5-1, 5-3, 9-5 for Wasatch, and now it's back to 9-9 as both teams continue to go back and forth. Burke, 0 for 2 today, was hit by pitch in his second at bat and then grounded out of the shortstop twice. And we're going to have a pause in the action as this is the first time I think Kelson Stocking has caught for Ashton Gurney. So we're wanting to make sure that they're on the same page here with the runner on second base. Candace Flash is signed. Number 26 is the number that Ashton Gurney will be wearing today. As he comes on to the mound. Back-to-back doubles for Cottonwood in the inning is where we've gotten the 4 runs. Burke in the box. Ashton Gurney gets the sign. Comes set. Takes a peek at the runner at second. Delivers the pitch. Fastball swung on to the second baseman. Jack Bluth can't get it. It's a ground ball. Tragun Shaw can't handle it. It gets by Tragun Shaw in right. And another RBI for Burke. A single and then an error. And Wasatch has now given up the lead and trails 10-9. First pitch, hard ground ball through the 3-4 hole. Jack Bluth made a good effort, just wasn't able to get a glove on it. And that's going to bring in a run. And just like that, Wasatch took the lead 9-5. And now they trail 10-9. It's going to bring up the number 2 hitter, Nielsen. Nelson, let's see, 0 for 3 today. Reached on an error and had an RBI in his second at bat on a ground ball to the first baseman. Ashton Gurney comes set. Takes a peek. Delivers. Curveball in there for strike one. Lands the curveball there for a strike. Seen a fastball, now a curveball now from Gurney. 0-1 the count. Wasatch trailing 10-9. They've given up 5 in this inning after scoring 6 of their own in the bottom of the 4th. Gurney comes set, delivers, tries to go curveball again. That's a heck of a play there from Kelson Stocking. That ball wasn't close, and Stocking is able to make the play and keep the runner at second base.
Big moment here for Ashton, Tyler. It's pretty nerve-wracking to come in here. He's got a little rock action going on when he's coming set. You be careful not to have a balk.
Gets a fastball that Nelson misses, so moves the count to 1-2. Gurney's a baseball player, Ty. He's not just a pitcher. He can play multiple positions. He's one of the future here at Wasatch. He's going to have a career here at Wasatch, and we both really liked him on the mound. And he looks good so far, landing the pitches for strikes.
Yeah, and he's a confident kid, too. He's got a lot of confidence in himself.
The 1-2, baseball family. Older brothers both played here at Wasatch. That's going to be a foul ball down the third base side. Reset at 1-2. Wasatch can go Blake Smith. Cole Zimmerman, I think, is who they'll go to next. Gurney comes set. 1-2 the count. Wasatch trails by 1. The pitch. Ooh, hits a nice spot. Nice spot there from Ashton Gurney, but it's called a ball. Moves the count to 2-2.
This has been a tough inning here for the Wasps. They just can't seem to get the same calls that Cottonwood seems to be getting.
Both of those pitches this inning that we haven't gotten were better than what Bucad got struck out on in the previous inning. 2-2, deuces. The pitch swung on. Nice curveball there, fouled off.
There's been a couple times, Tyler, Spanish 4 game you saw, where there are kids that just have this name recognition because they're D1 players. Don't you feel like that might have been that call there? This kid's a Utah commit up in the box, and Nilsson, but he shouldn't get a different zone than the other players.
2-2, the pitch. This one's up in the zone. It's elevated to center field. Payton Swap going back, makes the grab, and Wasatch gets out of the inning, but not before 5 runs come in. Wasatch trails 10-9 as we go into the bottom of the 5th.
Gucci Goo Barbecue in Heber Valley is a premier barbecue restaurant. You can choose from finger-licking ribs, poppin' andouille sausage, tasty chicken, tender brisket, delicious pork, and yummy street tacos. Friday night dates, take that significant other for the smoked prime rib that melts in your mouth. Family-friendly atmosphere where everyone is welcome, quick service for dine-in or takeout, great quality food, and great value for your money. That's Gucci Goo in Midway on Main Street.
Dan Sluga at Wasatch Back Flooring is extending his services to include quality paint products to complete your home remodeling needs. Locally owned and operated, Dan and his team can help you find the right flooring for your home with quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Target, Godfrey Hirst, and many more. Since 2009, they've been exceeding their customers' needs by helping them select flooring that fits both their lifestyle and budget. They've got you covered at Wasatch Back Flooring and Paint.
Wasatch Back Grill and Deli is a family-owned and operated business serving great food and customer service in Heber City and Midway for over 7 years. For a burger with kick, try the Firehouse. Have a hankering for some seafood? Try fish and chips. Or try the Mandarin chicken salad. Their homemade recipes, freshly grilled burgers and sandwiches are complemented with unique sauces and homemade sides. They provide the best experience and highest quality food. Stop by today and try their great menu items. As a thank you to teachers, first responders, medical personnel, and military, get 15% off meals all year round.
This is live coverage of Wasatch High School sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Back for more 5th inning action here from Guild Mortgage. Wasatch down 10-9 after giving up 5 in the top of the 5th after they scored 6 in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, at this rate, we're going to be 25-30 by the end of this game.
Well, Cottonwood's going to go to their closer, Tyler. That sophomore Stinson, who's been playing right field. 6 innings pitched on the year, but only a 1.17 ERA. Throws hard. He's got a good fastball. And he's going to face the number 9 hitter and then the top of the order. Kelson Stocking will come up, lined out to right field, and then reached on an error by the center fielder that brought in a run.
Yeah, and they were not planning on going here until they got the lead, Ty, because they left in Spencer to swing in that inning. So it wasn't until they took the 10-9 lead that they said they're going to go to Stinson, and now they're rolling the dice and gambling, saying Wasatch is not going to score another run in this one.
Kelson Stocking up. Left fielder is now Green. He enters into the game in the left field. Saran goes to right. Swings at the first pitch, ground ball to the second baseman. Snow fields it, throws it across the diamond for the first out of the inning.
He's played a good second base, Tyler. It's a unorthodox second base, to say the least. The way he throws is nothing natural about it, but he's made most of the plays that have gone towards him.
Brings out the top of the order, Crew Erickson. Lined out to center field, flew out to right field, and ground out to the shortstop today, 0 for 3. He's had some good barrels. Chet Wilson on deck. Into the windup is Stinson. Delivers. Goes with an off-speed pitch there. Too low. Moves the count to 1-0.
That's a lot of respect for Crew to throw that pitch first there. With your closer, you usually come in and you pound some fastballs at him.
1-0 does go with the fastball, but that's too low and outside. 2-0 now the count.
And why you do that, Ty, why I say that is you're thinking only one time through the lineup when you've got 3 innings to go, and so you don't have to worry about showing pitches. And it's an unusual strategy to show them your off-speed pitch right off the bat.
2-1, the count after a called strike there to Crew. 2-1, Stenson back into the windup. The pitch, fastball right at the first baseman. Baseman makes a great play, steps on the bag. 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, that's a really good play, Tyler. Really hard ground ball. First baseman watched that all the way in, escorted it right into the glove, and just like that, 2 down.
Crew's been robbed today. He's had a lot of good barrels, just hasn't been able to find a base hit. It's going to bring up Chet. Chet's been good, Ty. A home run, a double, and a single in the 2 games today. A 2 RBI double his last time up. Comes up with 2 outs, nobody on base. Stinson delivers. Goes outside for ball 1. See if they go Ashton Gurney or if they go Cole Zimmerman coming out here, Wasatch in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, 3, 4, 5 due up for Cottonwood.
Ball 2 moves the count to 2-0. Sun coming back out. It has been really bipolar.
It has been all over the place, Ty. We've had rain, we've had cold breezes, sunshine. It's swung about 6 different times in this game.
3-0 now the count.
Just like this game is swung back and forth.
Yep, that's exactly
Wasatch
right.
went up 1-0. Cottonwood then jumped up 4-1, tacked on another one to make it 5-1. Then Wasatch made it 5-3. Then went up 9-5. Now Cottonwood's jumped up 10-9. And I bet we're not done yet.
Well, they walk Chet, and if you walk Chet, that just means you have to face Jackson Bolender, who has a single and a bomb in his 3rd at bat, a 2-run home run over the 380 fence, the deepest part of the field, to right center field.
Yeah, Jackson's been flirting all season with being the leading batting average in the state of 5A. It's been hovering around 500 all year.
This one's going to go at his head. It gets behind the catcher, so a duck on the pond is the tying run now. Chet with decent speed at second base. Jackson Boulder has an RBI opportunity to tie this thing back up.
Well, can't you just hear former head coach, Coach Shaw, saying you need your seniors to step up in the state tournament, and here you are. You've got some senior moments. Jackson Bolender, Payton Swap standing here for your next 2 hitters and a chance to tie this one up.
Stinson, arguably your best arm in the outfield, is on the mound. Saran in right, Fiel in center, and Green out in left. The 1-0. Curveball too low, moves count to 2-0.
Well, and maybe not your best, just your best arm. This might be their best player, only an underclassman tie, but hitting in the 4-hole. Leads the team in home runs. This is a nice player for Cottonwood.
2-0. Let's see if Chet can get a good jump on a base knock here. The 2-0. Swung on, elevated, and I think this one's going to fall. There's 2 outs.
Oh, what a play.
A diving catch by the left fielder, Green. He just re-entered the game, hasn't played outfield 1 inning in this series, and he makes a diving catch in left field. And Wasatch still trails 10-9. No runs on no hits, no errors. And we'll see who Wasatch trats back out onto the mound when we come back in the top of the 6th.
Hi, this is Abby Covarrubias, the Wasatch High School Student Body President. Did you know that parents are the #1 reason kids don't drink? Believe it or not, teens still listen to their parents. In fact, kids usually listen to their parents more than anyone else, including their friends. Utah kids report the #1 reason they choose not to drink is their parents' strong disapproval. All kids need a parent's help to stay drug and alcohol free. Brought to you by Wasatch Behavioral Health and the Parent Bonding Project.
Napa know-how.
Your local Napa Auto Parts, Wasatch Auto Parts at 105 North Main Street in Heber City stocks auto parts, tools and equipment, and many other items for heavy-duty trucks, marine, and farming equipment. Stop in today at Wasatch Auto Parts, 105 North Main Street in Heber City, a proud sponsor of Wasatch Wasps Sports.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Wasatch Back Grill and Deli, a family-owned and operated business that has been serving great food and customer service in Heber City and Midway for the past 7 years. Cottonwood gets the shutdown inning, doesn't give up a run in the bottom of the fifth, and we have a 10-9 ball game with 3-4-5 up. Sophomore Ashton Gurney stays on the mound. He'll have a ball one to the number 3 hitter, Dozie. What do you see out of Gurney early on, Ty?
Well, just confidence. You know, he's getting up there and he's got a good rhythm. He's trusting his catcher, and there's not a lot of hesitation in what he's doing, whether it's a curveball or fastball.
1-1. He gets a swing and a miss. This one's going to be elevated to right field. It's going back. Tragun Shaw settles underneath it, makes the grab. One away here in the top of the sixth. And having coached Ashton, Ty, you're exactly right. The kid has confidence. He goes up, gets the number 3 hitter to fly out.
I know. I really like him in this spot. It's really strange to have your first varsity experience come in this moment. State tournament, elimination game, late in a tight one. But the kid can do it. I mean, he's got a lot of ability. In fact, you and I asked Coach Jacobson where he had been in the staff this year, and he said he'd been dealing with some shoulder issues. And so that's maybe why you haven't seen him as much earlier on in the year.
Ball one here. He's tried to get Stinson to chase an off-speed pitch. Now he'll come back, tries to go off speed again, and does. He lands that for a strike, moves the count to 1-1. If you can land multiple pitches, it just goes a long ways in high school baseball, and that's what Ashton Gurney can do. 1-1. Goes back to it again and lands it again for a strike. Moves the count to 1-2.
Couple sophomores going at each other right now. Stinson in the box. Gurney, a sophomore on the mound.
1-2 the pitch with one out. Goes back to a curveball, check swing, foul, and he's lucky check swing that. That would have been strike 3.
That breaking pitch is working well right now. Those last 3 are all really good. Definitely fooled Stinson on that one. That was a protect the plate swing.
1-2. Tries to go off speed again, and it's fouled off again. Moves the back count, or keeps the count.
4 in a row.
1-2.
I'd go back down to the well again. Stinson really hasn't been close. Problem is the speed now he's going to be familiar with.
Yeah.
And if you miss over the middle part of the plate, he can put it over the fence.
10-9
Maybe what you
score.
do is you get off the outer half of the plate here with the fastball and then come back with the curveball.
The 1-2, he does go with the fastball. It's elevated to center field. And that's what you got to do, just throw strikes and see how far they can hit it. And right now they're not hitting it far enough. Another out here as Wasatch's Ashton Gurney in his first outing has just gotten the 2, 3, 4 hitters out in order here at Cottonwood.
Yeah, some big-time players, Ty. Don't be surprised if you see 2 or all 3 of them playing D1 ball.
It's going to bring up Saran, who's now playing right field. He's got 2 singles today, another called strike for Ashton Gurney. This would be a big-time 1-2-3 inning. Give Wasatch some momentum going into the bottom of the 6th, down by 1. Tries a curveball. Saran spits on it. 1-1 the count.
Yeah, and again, kind of a big moment, that coin flip, Tyler. Wasatch, the home team, will have last say in this ball game. Chance in the...
Another fastball. This one's going to be elevated to the third baseman. Chet Wilson settles underneath it, and he drops it. He drops it. Chet Wilson can't make the grab. Saran... That's a good job out of the box, hustles all the way around and gets to second base on the drop ball by the third baseman. Second dropped fly ball. Saran reaches on the air, and that's going to bring up Fox, and Fox has been as hot as they come for Cottonwood. 2 singles and a walk. See what the catcher can do here for the Cottonwood Colts. Ashton Gurney throwing well, gave up a single to the first batter he faced, but then since then he's had 4 straight outs. That one ends up resulting in an error. Gurney comes set with the runner on second base. Takes a peek at the runner at second, delivers. Goes curveball, stalking, smothers it. 1-0 the count. Gurney gets back on the mound. 1-0 the count. Wasatch trails by 1. Cottonwood with a runner on second here in the top of the 6th. Wasatch 6 outs away. Winner will advance on to the quarterfinals at Utah Valley University next week. 2 looks. The pitch. Another curveball. Kelson does a good job of smothering it again. Moves the count to 2-0. You do have a base open here, but you got Green on deck, who reached on an air and singled and had a home run in game 1 today. 2-0 the count. Ashton Gurney delivers. Fastball. Strike 1. Moves the count to 2-1.
Well, that zone has really broadened over the course of this game. Feels like we've been here forever, too, Tyler. Already 5:30 now.
No wonder I'm going to say it. My tummy's rumbling, Ty.
This umpire, that zone is expanding here into the 6th.
2-1 the count. Tries to go fastball. Misses low and inside. So 3-1 the count. Hitters count here with a runner on second base. Runner on second.
Be careful here. That run on second. You don't want to just serve up a fastball over the middle with a runner in scoring position.
Fox gets back into the box. Again, 2 for 2 today with the walk. 3-1. The pitch. Curveball, ball 4. Had a base open. Not a bad walk there. It's going to bring up Green. 1 for 2 today with a single.
Well, I agree with you. It's not a bad walk, Tyler, as long as you play defense behind them. You know, these free ones have killed you in this game because the errors have followed up by allowing those runners to score.
So first and second, you got to force anywhere. Brings up Green, who's now playing left field. He's DH the first 2 days. Started at third base. Came out of the game, went onto the mound, and now he's in left field. He's made a great play in left field.
Lead-preserving diving catch out there for Cottonwood as well.
Ashton gets him to swing at a pitch. That was a little up in the zone, fouls it off. 0-1 the count.
And good velocity on that pitch as well from Ashton.
Green set, so does Gurney. 1 look. Now takes a second look.
I think we just had a balk. And they didn't call it. Ashton's got a little rocking action going on the mound right now, and he's also he's got these twitches. He kind of closes his glove over and over and over again while he's waiting. And his front leg, he's got to be careful not to balk with that rock.
0-1, and that's going to be, how about that? Chet Wilson just made a big-time play at third base. Didn't get the pop-up, but catches a great job there at line drive. I thought that was getting over his head.
Well, he atoned for that drop ball, Tyler. He saved that run that he let on the base. That was a heck of a play.
Heck of a play from Chet Wilson. No runs on no hits. Wasatch trails 10-9 going into the bottom of the 6th.
Hi, friend. Are you ready for your next delicious meal? Come to the Dairy King, home of the train, where they're serving the yummiest food to friends and family in the valley. Come in and get a mouth-watering peach shake, peach cobbler shake, or peach raspberry shake. Dairy King, the winner of the Best of State for 18 years. They're celebrating their 75th anniversary. Bring a picture and a memory of being at Dairy King. Proudly serving the Heber Valley for 75 years. The Dairy King, home of the train, is serving deliciousness daily. Stop in today.
Timberline Ace Hardware is your full-line Benjamin Moore paint store. Visit them for your home projects, business-to-business, and contractor needs. And remember to ask about their delivery services. And they're looking for some cashiers. Apply today. And get your Carhartt wear, your cool outdoor clothing, and Wrangler jeans. Timberline Ace Hardware, located west of the Wasatch Wasps football stadium at 737 South Main Street, serving the Heber Valley for over 50 years.
This is live coverage of Wasatch High School sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Bottom of the 6th inning brought to you by Mirror Lake Station, voted best donuts in Utah. The Mirror Lake Station is your stop for gas, groceries, goodies, and more. Owners Dave and Kristen Wade invite you to swing on by and say hello this season at Mirror Lake Station in Camas.
Man, it's been fun. Wasatch Physical Therapy, sponsors of our runs scored. 19 of them combined between both teams in the game today.
Okay, you got jersey untucked Payton Swap up here. This is kind of like face mask Kobe, or Embiid. Swap usually when he gets the jersey untucked is different level in the box.
That pitch is going to go behind Swap. He's 1 for 2 today. Did get hit by pitch in his last at bat. Doubled to left center field in his second. Struck out in his first. The umpire's going to ask him to tuck in that shirt, Ty. He heard you. He heard you.
Well, maybe he can hear me about getting those balls and strikes right behind the dish over here. He's missed a couple that have swung this game. It should really be 8-9 in Wasatch's favor. Umpires directly impacted this with a couple blown calls.
10-9 the score as it stands. Payton Swap, a big swing, just misses it, moves the count to 1-1. Cole Zimmerman on deck, Jack Bluth in the hole. Wasatch needs 1 run to tie it here in the bottom of the 6th. It's been a fun one. 10-9 the score. 1-1 the pitch. Misses high, moves the count to 2-1. Stinson on the mound for Cottonwood. This is their 4th pitcher in the game today. 2-1 the count. The pitch inside, 3-1.
Well, again, you said it. See how far they can hit it, right? Throw it up here with nobody on, a leadoff hitter. You definitely don't want to put them on. See what he comes back with.
3-1 the pitch. Too high, but another check swing, and it's going to barely go foul. It was a check swing that kind of went off the nub of the bat and went barely foul, and we fill up the count at full.
Yeah, I think that's ball 4 there, Ty. Unfortunately, Swap just couldn't hold up on it.
Full count, no outs. Leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 6th. Wasatch trying to get 1. Trailing by 1. The payoff pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Brings up Cole Zimmerman. Cole Zimmerman's had a good day. He's 2 for 3 with a couple of RBIs. Singled up the middle twice and then grounded out to the shortstop. That did result in an RBI. See if he can get things going. Zimmerman, Bluth, Bucad now up for the Wasps with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Zimmerman hitting from the left-hand side has had himself a great postseason so far. Ball 1, high and outside. Wasatch trying to survive to get to Monday. 1-12-1. Lost 14-4. Oh, what a play from Stinson. That was a pretty good barrel from Zimmerman. Stinson sticks out his glove, fields it, walks it over to first base. 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th.
Well, you got an athlete on the mound. That's what you call this kid, Ty. Athlete on the mound making plays.
Brings up Jack Bluth. Grounded out twice and then singled on a bunt that brought in a run on a missed throw by the Cottonwood Colts. 2 outs. Wasatch trying to get something going. The pitch, curveball in there for strike 1.
Well, I'll tell you, looking at the book, and coaches do this kind of thing, if you're Cottonwood, this is exactly how you want to draw it up. You got your closer. If you can get Jack out here, you got 7, 8, 9 coming up in the 7th to close it down.
The 0-1, another curveball. That one too far outside, moves the count to 1-1. Getting the Jack chant from the dugout. 1-1 the count, the pitch. That one misses outside, moves the count to 2-1. That one looked good. Catcher wasn't able to hold on to it. A little bit too far outside.
Well, it's been a good year for Wasatch. They haven't had a lot of tight games like this outside of the preseason, Ty, and the preseason was not good. They lost 5 games by 1 run in the last inning when it got tight. Kind of struggled to find pitchers at the end. Ashton Gurney trying to fill that role right now.
3-1 the count. Alex Gutierrez just came onto the on-deck circle. Hasn't hit today, and he's going to be hitting for Carter Bucad. 3-1 the count. The pitch. Fastball, ball 4. So Wasatch does get a base runner here with 2 outs, and it's going to bring up Alex Gutierrez, who's going to pinch hit for Carter Bucad. Bucad was 0 for 2. Struck out looking on a questionable, can I say that? A questionable strike 3.
I think that's fair.
Alex Gutierrez has been good on the year.
Again, that's one of the directly impactable calls, Tyler, is you had runners on 2nd and 3rd with only 1 out, and the defense of Cottonwood was playing deep. And so a ball in play there scores a run for Wasatch, and the umpire did not give Bucad a chance.
Good speed from Jack Bluth. Alex Gutierrez, 366 batting average on the year. Been in and out of the lineup, takes a big hack and fouls it off into the catcher's glove. 2 extra base hits, 7 RBIs. He's hitting 364 in postseason play. Tragun Shaw on deck. Alex hitting from the left-hand side. 0-1 the count with 2 outs. Stinson delivers. Curveball. This one's going to be a lazy ground ball to the shortstop. Shortstop comes in, throws across the diamond, and that'll do it. 3 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. No runs on no hits, no errors. And Wasatch is down to 3 outs. They'll have to get 3 outs here in the top of the 7th, and then they'll be down to their final 3 outs, possibly of the year, here on 94.5 The Peak.
The 50s produced some great sound. That early rock and roll triggered so much emotion for so many. Here's another sound from that era. The dental drill triggers a whole different set of emotions. The sounds, the smells, feeling out of control, whatever keeps you from the dentist at Dorius Dental, we get it. We focus on the little things. Distract yourself with your favorite episode of The Office, or crank up the 80s or 90s and let it take you back to another time. At Dorius Dental, we are sensitive to your needs. We are taking care of the little things so you can move on to more enjoyable things. Located in Gateway Plaza, Heber City.
You might be used to having someone ask you the question, what is it that you need? I think that's limiting. I'm going to take you through a 6-step process, and it's simply answering questions. And it might not just be home. It might be that you want that fancy new car. It might be that you want trips. It's your list. What is it that you really, really want?
Call Tom Stone at Guild Mortgage in Heber City.
Tom Stone, MLS 257849. Guild Mortgage Company is an equal housing lender. MLS 3274. All loans are subject to underwriter approval. Terms and conditions may apply. Subject to change without notice.
Hi, this is Nicole with Mountain Refined Furnishings and Flooring. And if you didn't know, we've recently partnered with Mattress Warehouse of Utah to bring you the largest selection of mattresses around. The team at Mountain Refined prides themselves on making your home a place where you love to be. We offer a large selection of furnishings, flooring, window treatments, gifts, decor, and so much more. If you haven't been by lately, stop and check it out. You'll be pleasantly surprised. We're located at 480 North Main Street.
This is live coverage of Wasatch High School sports on 94.5 The Peak.
7th inning, top of the 7th. Cottonwood leads 10-9. It'll be Fiel, Snow, and the top of the order facing off against the sophomore Ashton Gurney, who starts off with a curveball for strike one. Update from back home, Ty. Softball wins. They will advance to Monday with a 12-2 victory. Soccer fell down 1-0, but then just had the equalizer to tie it up at 1-1 against Skyline. Ball one there as that one hits in front of the plate. It'll take a walk-off for Wasatch to advance Monday as they trail 10-9 with 8-9-1 up here for the Colts.
And that's what Wasatch has coming up in the next inning as well, Ty. 8-9-1.
It figures it'd be close, right, when you have that. Fouled off, moves the count to 1-2.
Yeah, these guys have really just, it's been eerie, toe-to-toe how these guys have gone. Wasatch 10 runs, Cottonwood in game 1. Cottonwood goes back and 10 runs them in game 2. And now it's a 10-9 game with 8-9-1 coming up in the 7th, a chance to really win it for each team.
1-2, he gets him to roll over to Cole Zimmerman. Zimmerman fields it, steps on the bag. One away here in the top of the 7th. It's going to bring up Snow. Snow doubled to left center field in his last at bat. That was the last batter that Jackson Kelson faced. He was also the winning run as he scored on a single on the next hit by Burke. Has not seen Gurney, though, so far today. One away here in the top of the 7th. Gurney into the windup, delivers. Curveball, this one swung on, elevated to center field. Payton Swap goes back, settles underneath it, makes the grab. 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th, top of the 7th. That's going to bring up the top of the order, Burke. Burke has one hit today, and it was off Gurney that brought in, right now, the winning run for Cottonwood. It was a single through the 3-4 hole that Jack Blue just barely couldn't knock down on the dive attempt. Gurney into the windup, shakes, sets, delivers. Curveball, strike one. It's gone to that curveball often on the first pitch. Cottonwood hasn't been willing to offer at it yet. 0-1 the count here to Burke. Gurney shakes, now delivers the 0-1. Goes back to it, and that's going to be a base knock over the second baseman's head. Burke, a good piece of hitting there, saw the same pitch twice. Goes the opposite way with it, and Cottonwood has a runner on base with 2 outs.
Yeah, he went to the well one too many times on that, Tyler. He and his catch weren't on the same page, and deja vu watching him shake off a fastball, and it felt like everyone in the park knew what was coming. And Burke's been good today. I've really been impressed with him for Cottonwood. Played third and shortstop. He's been good in the box as a leadoff hitter.
It's going to bring up Nelson. Really, the next 3 guys have power to make this a 3-run game. The pitch. He goes with a fastball up in the zone, fouled off.
And that's what Nelson wants to do, Tyler. He's taking monster hacks up there at the plate. He hasn't got one yet. We know he's capable. In 4 games, though, he has not gotten one to this point that has been all that impressive. It just feels like it's a matter of time before he gets one. Hopefully it's not here.
Yeah, 10-9 the score. Wasatch trails by 1 out away from going into the bottom of the 7th with only a 1-run deficit. Runner on first. 0-1 the count.
Hey, that's a balk, Tyler.
Gurney doing his roll thing. He's going to elevate this one to left center field. Payton Swap going back. Makes the grab. Big time play there from Payton Swap on a well-hit ball from Nelson. And we're down to the final 3 outs. Wasatch needs 1 run to extend it, 2 runs to win it. 10-9 the score as we go into the bottom of the 7th.
Heber City Point S is locally owned and operated by Larry Rhodes and Brad Hyatt. They offer the best brand tires at low prices with extensive knowledge and experience of repair and services with no pressure sales. Only what you need. They've been taking care of cars, trucks, and trailers for over 20 years. No appointment needed, conveniently located, free shuttle service, and free Wi-Fi. Take $5 off your next visit when you tell them 94.5 The Peak sent you over. That's Heber City Point S.
Gucci Goo Barbecue in Heber Valley is a premier barbecue restaurant. You can choose from finger-licking ribs, poppin' andouille sausage, tasty chicken, tender brisket, delicious pork, and yummy street tacos. Friday night dates, take that significant other for the smoked prime rib that melts in your mouth. Family-friendly atmosphere where everyone is welcome, quick service for dine-in or takeout, great quality food, and great value for your money. That's Gucci Goo in Midway on Main Street.
And now, back to the action. Wasatch High School Sports on 94.5 The Peak.
Well, this is what it's all about. 10-9, bottom of the 7th. Wasatch needs 1 run to extend it, 2 runs to win it. We got 8-9-1 up. Tragun Shaw, Kelson Stocking, Crew Erickson with Stinson on the mound for the Cottonwood Colts. We do a quick Gordon Law Group game recap. 1-0 after 1. Then Wasatch fell behind 5-1 after 2.5 innings. They scored 2 in the 3rd, 6 in the 4th to take a 9-5 lead. But Cottonwood responded with 5 runs of their own in the 5th, and that's where it stands. 10-9 the score. Wasatch trails by 1. It'll be Tragun Shaw, Kelson Stocking, and Crew Erickson. Tragun Shaw up at the plate. First at bat, singled, hit by pitch, and then struck out in his last at bat. Stinson into the windup, the pitch, called strike 1.
I've always felt like these moments, there's more pressure on the hitters, Tyler. I don't know why I feel that way, but the hitters, it's so hard to hit a ball in baseball anyway, and in this moment, there's just no room for error. It's a tough spot here for the Wasps.
0-1, the pitch, curveball. Tragun thinks about it, does not go on the check swing, moves down to 1-1.
And what swings it, though, just a leadoff guy getting on. All of a sudden, that swings all the pressure onto the other team. Just a little momentum here. See if Tragun can find his way on.
1-1 the count. Stinson working out of the windup. The 1-1. Too low, moves the count to 2-1.
And it doesn't matter what way you get on. Yeah, hit by pitch, walk, base hit, error. Just need to find a way on base.
The 2-1. That one's in there for strike 2. Moves the count to 2-2. 2-2 count. Leadoff guy's such a big deal. We'll see what Tragun Shaw can do. He's already got a single with 2 strikes in the ballgame today. The 2-2, the pitch. Swung on, foul down the line. This one's close. It could bounce fair.
It went fair on him.
Nope, they're going to call foul ball. Interesting, and the umpire is disagreeing here. It's his call.
That rolled fair, Ty. It rolled fair. Wasatch is trying to say they called it dead off his leg, but that thing hit about 10 feet foul, took a hop in foul territory, and then launched over the bag. That one, I think they missed it.
I think they missed that one,
they called it dead too early.
So I think we're going to reset at 2-2 unless he figures out a way.
Well, Cottonwood's coach has already won 1 appeal here.
That's true.
With that check swing foul ball hit by pitch on Swap earlier.
And the home plate umpire is going to say, I didn't see it. He was looking down, getting a ball out of his bag. So we're going to reset. 2-2 the count. Wasatch gets a break there. And we've seen that when we played. There was a hitter that hit it foul and it bounced back fair. It didn't go our way. The opposing coach actually won the appeal. 2-2 the count. Tragun Shaw back into the box. Nobody out. Leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 7th. The 2-2. Tragun Shaw stays alive, gets a piece of that one, and we'll reset still at 2-2. Tragun back in the box. Stinson back into the windup. Again the 2-2. Swung on. Right back to the pitcher. Stinson fields it. Tosses it to first base. One away here in the bottom of the 7th.
Oh, that's so big for Cottonwood. That leadoff guy usually swings the momentum of these innings.
Kelson stocking up. Senior lined out to right field. Reached on an error by the center fielder that was an RBI and then grounded out to the second baseman. Senior, possibly his last at bat. Stinson, the sophomore, has been good on the mound. The pitch. That one's too far up. Moves count to 1-0. Top of the order up, Crew Erickson. If you get one base runner on, you got a chance to get to Chet and Jackson Bolender, who have both been stellar in the game today. The 1-0. That one too far inside. Moves the count to 2-0.
Kelson scooting back a little bit there too, and that's breaking the rules there. You want to get on the plate and lean into those pitches that are coming on the inner half when you're down 1 heading into the last inning.
2-0 the count. Wasatch just needs a base runner. 1 run's all they need to extend this thing. 2-0, Stinson delivers. That one, belt high, doesn't get the called strike. 3-0 now the count. Kelson stocking in the box. The 3-0. That one's in there for strike 1. Moves down to 3-1. One out. The pitch. Swung on, and it's barely foul down the third base side. And that'll fill up the count at full. 3-2 the count. That almost snuck by the third baseman. Full count, 1 out, nobody on base. Wasatch needs a run. Down to their last 2 outs. Stinson into the windup, delivers. Fouled off again, and we'll reset with the count full.
Waiting on deck, Crew Erickson, the leadoff hitter for Wasatch. Likely would see a pinch runner if Kelson finds a way on here.
Back to a full count, 1 out for Kelson stocking. Stinson shakes, likes the pitch, delivers the payoff. And it's swung on and it's roped down the left field line. It's down, Kelson stocking. Trying to leg out the double, no, he'll stay at first base. Good decision there, but a 1-out single by the number 9 hitter, Kelson stocking, gets us to the top of the order with 1 out.
Good job, Kelson, senior stepping up. Gets you what you need there. You are going to have a pinch runner.
It'll be Cray
courtesy
McPhee.
runner, Cray McPhee.
And that brings up Crew Erickson. He's been on the barrels, just been robbed most of the day. Then Chet Wilson on deck and Jackson Bolender in the hole. Cray McPhee at first represents the tying run. Crew Erickson will represent the walk-off run if he can score. 1 out, runner on first. Stinson comes set. Pickoff move, not in time. Crew back into the box. Decent speed from Cray McPhee at first base. Another pickoff move. Cray was a little bit further off that time. Got him leaning a little bit, but he gets back. Stinson back into the stretch. Hasn't delivered a pitch yet to Erickson. Now comes set. Delivers. Fastball, or excuse me, curveball swung on and missed there from Crew. Moves the count to 0-1. Well, really, the next 3 guys after Crew could end this one with 1 swing. The 0-1, the pitch. That one's up in the zone. It's a ground ball, double play opportunity here. Snow bobbles it a little bit. Goes to Nelson. Not going to have time to get Crew at first. So now Wasatch down to their last out. Crew Erickson with great speed at first base. Chet Wilson coming up to the box. Chet, 2 for 2, a single, a double, and he hit a 2-run home run in the game 1. Representing the winning run. Crew representing the tying run. 2 outs here in game 3 of the Super Regional. Chet gets in the box. Crew takes a slight lead over at first base. Big 3-4 hole over there on that right side. The pitch. This one's too low.
Hit him.
Oh, it binged him. It hit him. Crew Chet Wilson takes one off of the toe. And just like that, the tying run is on second with the winning run at first. And Jackson Bolender at the plate.
Well, you get a chance. Your seniors are going to get a chance to be the heroes in this moment. Bolender up and then Swap on deck. Although I think if you're Cottonwood, maybe that's a break for you, because I think if you can pick one bat to put up in that situation, you want Chet Wilson up there.
He's already got one bomb. Runner on first and second. Second run is the tying run. The pitch. That one's in there for strike one to Bubbles. Payton Swap on deck. 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. 10-9 the score. Outfield playing way deep here for Cottonwood. Crew should be able to score on a single. The 0-1. The pitch. Fastball.
Catcher went down to block it, and it hit him right in the chest, Ty.
That's interesting. I think he got crossed up on that.
For sure on that ball.
1-1 the count.
In fact, that pitch looked pretty good to me.
Soccer.
Around the zone.
Soccer going to overtime, Ty, so a lot of drama right now in Wasatch Athletics. Bubbles trying to extend this ball game. The score's 10-9 with the tying run at second base. Great speed from Crew Erickson. Chet Wilson with decent speed at first base as well. 1-1 the count. Stinson comes set, delivers. Curveball, strike 2.
Good pitch. Good pitch. Wow. Big moments here.
1-2 the count now. Wasatch down to their last strike. Cottonwood on their feet. Bubbles back in the box. Stinson taking his time. Steps off the back of the mound. Stinson now back on the mound. Bubbles in the box. On the right-hand side. Good lead from Crew at second base. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, and it's fouled off down the right field line.
Tried to get a fastball by him. They wanted to elevate it and missed a little bit. Jackson kind of looked like he was looking for a breaking pitch, Ty, and that ball nearly got by him.
Jackson stays alive, and we reset. Wasatch still on their last strike. 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th, 10-9 the score. Stinson comes set. The 1-2. Curveball. Did he get him to go? No. 2-2 the count on the check swing. Doesn't get the called strike 3, and it's now deuces with 2 outs. Well, you don't want to go full because that puts Chet in motion. 2-2 the count. Stinson likes the pitch. Comes set. The 2-2. Curveball. Too far outside. Ball 3.
That's a dangerous no swing, though. That thing was a good-looking pitch. Oh, baby.
The count is full. Runners will go on the pitch. Game tying run at second base. It's full count. 2 outs. Jackson Bolender, your number 3 hitter in the box. Stinson, the sophomore, on the mound. Takes a look at second. Delivers the payoff. It swung on, fouled off. Good jumps from both Chet and Crew on that last one. And we'll reset still with the count full. Payton Swap on deck. See if he gets a chance here or if this game ends on this one here. Stinson comes set. Again, we reset. The payoff pitch. Couple of looks. The runners go. The payoff pitch. It's swung on. It's a base knock over the right fielder's head. This game is tied. Crew is safe at home. Chet Wilson is safe at third.
Oh, my God.
And it's a tie ball game.
I got to rerun that, though. You said the game was tied, and it would have been, but Chet was going to third, and the shortstop got it and threw it to third, and he had Chet dead in the water before Crew crossed home plate and had the third baseman tagged him. That game's over, and that run doesn't score. Third baseman dropped it, and so the run does score. Oh, my gosh, I just about had a heart attack there with Chet trying to go to third base on that one. Oh, tie. 10-10 is your score.
10-10. The winning run is 90 feet away for the Wasps.
That was so close to ending in just the worst heartbreaking fashion with the tying run coming across home plate. but Chet nearly being thrown out at third base.
Jackson Bolender got just enough to bounce it over the third baseman's head. 10-10. At worst, we're going to extras. At best, Payton Swap can end it right here. Chet Wilson at third base. Jackson Bolender at first. The pitch swung on, fouled off to the right side. Drama here at Cottonwood High School. Wasatch won the toss, and that's why they're the home team. And they just tied it up. Nobody on, 2 outs, and Wasatch has been able to generate the game-tying run. 0-1 the count to Swap. The pitch. Curveball gets a called strike at the bottom of the zone. 0-2 now the count. 0-2 now the count. That's a pretty low strike. We'll see if Payton can recoup. 0-2 the count with 2 outs. The senior Payton Swap sets. The 0-2 pitch. Another curveball, and that's strike 3. Goes down looking, but it's into extra innings as Wasatch survives and does get 1. So it's 10-10 as we go into the top of the 8th inning here at 94.5 The Peak.
Dan Sluga at Wasatch Back Flooring is extending his services to include quality paint products to complete your home remodeling needs. Locally owned and operated, Dan and his team can help you find the right flooring for your home with quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Target, Godfrey Hurst, and many more. Since 2009, they've been exceeding their customers' needs by helping them select flooring that fits both their lifestyle and budget. They've got you covered at Wasatch Back Flooring and Paints.
Wasatch Back Grill and Deli is a family-owned and operated business serving great food and customer service in Heber City and Midway for over 7 years. For a burger with kick, try the Firehouse. Have a hankering for some seafood? Try fish and chips. Or try the Mandarin chicken salad. Their homemade recipes, freshly grilled burgers and sandwiches are complemented with unique sauces and homemade sides. They provide the best experience and highest quality food. Stop by today and try their great menu items. As a thank you to teachers, first responders, medical personnel, and military, get 15% off meals all year round.
Hi, this is Abby Covarrubias, the Wasatch High School Student Body President. Did you know that parents are the #1 reason kids don't drink? Believe it or not, teens still listen to their parents. In fact, kids usually listen to their parents more than anyone else, including their friends. Utah kids report the #1 reason they choose not to drink is their parents' strong disapproval. All kids need a parent's help to stay drug and alcohol free. Brought to you by Wasatch Behavioral Health and the Parent Bonding Project.
Wasatch High School Sports is on the radio.
Extra inning action brought to you by Physical at the Fit Stop, locally owned and operated, serving you from head to toe for the last 40 years. Well, would you have guessed anything different, Ty? 10-10. Wasatch won game 1 12-1. Spanish wins second game 14-4, and now we're 10-10 in the top of the 8th inning.
I'm shaking, and our iPad doesn't have juice to get through this. We're at 1% on the book here, Ty. Weren't ready for extra innings.
Curveball for strike 1. Ashton Gurney still on the mound, hasn't given up a run in this outing, has thrown 2 scoreless innings for the Wasps. Gets a swing and a miss on Dozie, the #3 hitter. 0-2 now the count. 3-4-5 for Cottonwood. Wasatch will go up with 5-6-7. 0-2 here to Dozie. The pitch goes inside. It's going to be a ground ball to the right side. Jack Bluth with a nice play. Throws it to Cole Zimmerman. Run away here in the top of the 8th inning. Overtime for the soccer team as well back home. Softball did get their win. A lot of action here in Wasatch Athletics. One away here in the top of the 8th.
How about Ashton Gurney coming in here, Ty? Pitching really well. Came into the 5th inning. Sophomore making his first ever varsity appearance here. Now going in extra innings in an elimination game in the state tournament.
He's going to get Stinson on the curveball too far inside, and they're going to tell him to stay in the box. Are they going to call him out?
No, that would just be a ball, I think.
Well, how about throw it around on a ball 1? As that ball was inside a curveball, and they said Stinson kind of leaned into it.
What he does, he's one of these kids that goes up with that elbow guard, and he leans over, and he tries to get that elbow on top of the plate. The umpire is the one on the field with the best view of that one. Can't say too much one way or the other. He certainly didn't make an attempt to move.
1-0 goes right back to the inside corner, but doesn't get the inside corner. 2-0 the count on back-to-back curveballs on the inside. Flied out to right field in his last, flew out to right field in his last at bat. Goes high with the fastball. 3-0 the count. Ashton steps off the mound, rubs the baseball down a little bit. 3-0 the count here to Stinson. Stinson on the mound for Cottonwood, both sophomores on the mound for the Wasps and the Colts. The 3-0 comes back with strike one. 3-1 the count. Wasatch playing straight up. The 3-1 pitch. Swing on and missed. That fills up the count at full with one out here in the top of the 8th.
Let's see where he goes. That curveball's been good today.
The payoff pitch with one out. Goes fastball, strike 3. He snuck a fastball by him. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. That's a big-time pitch there from Ashton Gurney on the inside part of the dish.
I think Stinson was looking for that curveball because Gurney threw him 4 straight in his last at-bat, and Gurney snuck the fastball by him. You called it perfectly, Tyler.
Call brings up Saran, who's playing right field right now. Curveball is too low for ball 1. Reached on an error in his last at-bat, but he has 2 singles in the day, both to the opposite side, through the 5-6 hole and to the left fielder. Gets a fastball here, elevates it to center field. Payton Swap going back, settles underneath it. Wasatch needs 1 run. 1, 2, 3 hit beats for Ashton Gurney, and Wasatch has another 3 outs to try to win this ball game.
Your local Napa Auto Parts, Wasatch Auto Parts at 105 North Main Street in Heber City. Stocks auto parts, tools and equipment, and many other items for heavy-duty trucks, marine, and farming equipment. Stop in today at Wasatch Auto Parts, 105 North Main Street in Heber City, a proud sponsor of Wasatch Wasps Sports.
Hi, friend. Are you ready for your next delicious meal? Come to the Dairy King, home of the train, where they're serving the yummiest food to friends and family in the valley. Come in and get a mouth-watering peach shake, peach cobbler shake, or peach raspberry shake. Dairy King, the winner of the Best of State for 18 years. They're celebrating their 75th anniversary. Bring a picture and a memory of being at Dairy King. Proudly serving the Heber Valley for 75 years. The Dairy King, home of the train, is serving deliciousness daily. Stop in today.
5, 4, 3, 2.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Well, if you're getting back in the car and just turning on the radio and it sounds like we've been on the air forever today, it's because we have. Wasatch in extra innings in Game 2 here against Cottonwood. It's 6 o'clock. They started at 1 p.m. here, and they just keep on going. But the Wasps get a big 1-2-3 inning from sophomore Ashton Gurney on the mound in the top of the 8th and have a chance to win it here. Bottom of the 8th brought to you by Wasatch Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, your rehabilitation specialist dedicated to your recovery from sports, auto, industrial, and commercial injuries. Let Dan Ivey and his team get you back to 100%.
Double overtime back home with boys soccer. So double overtime in 8 innings for Wasatch Athletics today. Cole Zimmerman will take ball 1. He's got a couple of hits today, grounded out to the pitcher his last at bat. Swings at this one to the shortstop. Nelson settles underneath it, throws it across the diamond. It's high, and it's safe. Cole Zimmerman is safe at first.
Nelson had him shaded perfect. He was in the right spot, got over there easily. But he's just not played a clean shortstop in this series, Ty. Throws have been off the mark pretty consistently. And see if Wasatch can take advantage. Winning run now on first base.
Winning run at first. Jack Bluth in the box. Carter Bucad on deck. Tragun Shaw in the hole. See if Wasatch decides to go small ball with Jack Bluth in the box. Cole Zimmerman, pretty good speed at first. Pausing the action to get the bunt coverage from the first baseman here. Stinson back on the mound. It's 10-10. Winning run on first base is Cole Zimmerman, who just reached on an error by the shortstop. Jack Bluth in the box. Has a single on a bunt today. Jack squares. It gets by the catcher. Cole Zimmerman is going to try to get to second base, and he gets to second base on the wild pitch. Wasatch's winning run is at second base. Both first base and third base were charging on that, and the ball is too low, gets away from the catcher. Cole Zimmerman advances, and the winning run is now 180 feet away. Jack Bluth gets back in the box. Now the third baseman is going to signal the bunt coverage.
And this is, you may as well just shout it out. I'm staying at third base. That's what he's signaling in here, Ty.
I don't know. I think they do
Or
that.
they'll wheel the shortstop.
I bet they charge both guys here to try to get this quick. 1-0 the count here.
In that case, you're going to have to leave middle infield wide open. See if they maybe take to get a strike here and see.
Big hole over on the 3-4 side. Cole Zimmerman, decent speed. This pitch, 2-0 the count as Jack takes. Did not square for a bunt. Looks like he's going to go ahead and let Jack try to win this thing with a swing. See how aggressive Coach Jacobson is with Zimmerman at second.
I would still bunt him here, Ty. I think you got a lot more options if you get this guy over to third base with one out.
2-0. Stinson gets the pitch. Takes a peek at Cole. Cole's got a good lead at second base. The 2-0 pitch. Swung on to the third baseman. Third baseman does a good job of smothering it. This ball's also high, but the first baseman's able to come down with it. One away, and Zimmerman stays at second base. So one out, and the guy still at second for the sophomore, Carter Bucad, who's back in 0 for 2 today. He walked and scored. His last at bat struck out looking. Good play there from Burke, the third baseman. He went down to his knees to smother that one, got to his feet, was able to throw out Jack before he got there. Bucad in the box. He's been good in the postseason, hitting above 500. See if the sophomore can get it done with a runner on second base. The pitch. Curve ball. Gets a called strike on the inside corner. Tragun Shaw on deck. Carter and Tragun were good yesterday, were the key hitters in the lineup to give Wasatch that 12-1 victory. See if they can come up with it here. 0-1 the count. Stinson delivers. Too high, ball one.
You know, Ty, the other thing about not bunting in that situation is Cole, he's not lightning speed over there on second base, so it's not automatic that a base hit scores and wins this one. I'm surprised that Wasatch didn't go with that bunt.
1-1 the count, one out. Stinson takes a look at Zimmerman. High lay kick, delivers. Swung on, this one's roped to left center field. It's going to get down. Cole Zimmerman had to pause. He's trying to score. The play at the plate. Here comes the throw. It's not in time. Wasatch wins. Wasatch wins. Wasatch wins on the RBI single from Carter Bucad. 11-10. Wasatch is advancing to the next round. Let's go ahead and take a break. Wasatch wins 11-10.
Hi, friend. Are you ready for your next delicious meal? Come to the Dairy King, home of the train, where they're serving the yummiest food to friends and family in the valley. Come in and get a mouth-watering peach shake, peach cobbler shake, or peach raspberry shake. Dairy King, the winner of the Best of State for 18 years. They're celebrating their 75th anniversary. Bring a picture and a memory of being at Dairy King. Proudly serving the Heber Valley for 75 years. The Dairy King, home of the train, is serving deliciousness daily. Stop in today.
Timberline Ace Hardware is your full-line Benjamin Moore paint store. Visit them for your home projects, business-to-business, and contractor needs. And remember to ask about their delivery services. And they're looking for some cashiers. Apply today. And get your Carhartt wear, your cool outdoor clothing, and Wrangler jeans. Timberline Ace Hardware, located west of the Wasatch Wasp football stadium at 737 South Main Street, serving the Heber Valley for over 50 years.
The 50s produced some great sound. That early rock and roll triggered so much emotion for so many. Here's another sound from that era. The dental drill triggers a whole different set of emotions. The sounds, the smells, feeling out of control, whatever keeps you from the dentist at Dorius Dental, we get it. We focus on the little things. Distract yourself with your favorite episode of The Office, or crank up the 80s or 90s and let it take you back to another time. At Dorius Dental, we are sensitive to your needs. We are taking care of the little things so you can move on to more enjoyable things. Located in Gateway Plaza, Heber City.
You might be used to having someone ask you the question, what is it that you need? I think that's limiting. I'm going to take you through a 6-step process. And it's simply answering questions. And it might not just be home. It might be that you want that fancy new car. It might be that you want trips. It's your list. What is it that you really, really want?
Call Tom Stone at Guild Mortgage in Heber City.
Tom Stone, MLS 257849. Guild Mortgage Company is an equal housing lender. MLS 3274. All loans are subject to underwriter approval. Terms and conditions may apply. Subject to change without notice.
Hi, this is Nicole with Mountain Refined Furnishings and Flooring. And if you didn't know, we've recently partnered with Mattress Warehouse of Utah to bring you the largest selection of mattresses around. The team at Mountain Refined prides themselves on making your home a place where you love to be. We offer a large selection of furnishings, flooring, window treatments, gifts, decor, and so much more. If you haven't been by lately, stop and check it out. You'll be pleasantly surprised. We're located at 480 North Main Street.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
KTMP, Heber City, and live sports coverage with Ty and Ty.
Well, the game of the year happens May 20th as Wasatch, who lost game 1 14-4, and like you said it, Ty, this team is resilient. They start off the year 1-7, lose 5 games by 1 run, 4 of which of those were in walk-off fashion. Just had a hard time finding those wins. They string together wins. They take second in region. And how many times in region, Ty, did we see them lose game 1, lose game 2, and then they come back and still win the series? And we saw that today. And it wasn't pretty in this one. They fall down 5-1. They take the lead 9-5, only to lose that lead again. And then they score. Nobody on. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, and they figure out a way to generate 2 runs there.
Yeah, resilient. It's a resilient team, Tyler. They find ways to get it done. So many moments in that game where things could have gone south, and that team just, they held on. They did what they needed to. The ball bounced their way a couple times. They fought through some questionable calls from the umpires. They got some questionable calls on their side from the umpires.
Both ways. It was both ways.
And this team found a way to get it done. And I'm still trying to catch my breath. Oh, my goodness. What a day at the ballpark for this team.
It's time for our Timberline Ace Hardware post-game show right here in Heber City. Visit us for all your hardware needs. Come in to get your Carhartt wear, your cool outdoor clothing, and Wrangler jeans at 737 South Main. And let's just jump into it, Ty. I'm going to throw it over to you for the Gordon Law Group, your full-service local law firm, game recap.
Yeah, we've already taken so much of the airway today. I'm going to try to make this as quick as I can, Ty. Wasatch jumped up 1-0 in the first. Cottonwood blitzed them back, getting 4 in the second, and 3 of those came by way of errors from Wasatch. Cottonwood tacked on another in the third, so they led 5-1 after 3 innings, but Wasatch responded. In the third, they got a couple runs, making it 5-3, and then in the fourth, they blew it open. Wasatch put 6 runs on the board, capped off by a Jackson Bolender 2-run bomb over the right field fence, and the Wasps took a 9-5 lead, and you thought they were sitting pretty good. Jackson Kelson, who was the starter in this game, kind of ran out of some gas, though, in the 5th inning, and Cottonwood got to him. They put 5 on the board in the 5th themselves and retook the lead 10-9 over Wasatch. At that point, sophomore Ashton Gurney came in for his first ever varsity experience for the Wasatch baseball team, and all he did was go and get a win over Cottonwood in this game. What a moment for Ashton. He was able to close out the 5th, leave it at 10-9. And then in the 6th, he put up a scoreless inning. The 7th and the 8th, he held Cottonwood scoreless. Wasatch, going into the bottom of the 7th, though, was down 10-9, and they needed something, and they got it from senior Kelson Stocking, who got a single with 1 out that got Wasatch life. After that, Chet Wilson was hit by a pitch that moved the tying run into scoring position. Jackson Bolender was able to work to a full count, which was big because he got a little infield single that hopped over the third baseman's head. The shortstop actually was able to get on it, but since it was a full count that Bolender worked in, the runners were in motion, and Craig McPhee, who was running, was able to score on that infield single from Bolender. It tied it up, made it 10-10. Off to the 8th we went. Ashton Gurney got 1-2-3 from Cottonwood, and then Wasatch was able to take advantage of a Nelson error at shortstop with Zimmerman getting on, and then Carter Bucad ended it with a drive to left center that walked it off. Zimmerman scored, and the Wasps win 11-10 in the most thrilling game of the season for Wasatch.
Yeah, what a heck of a game. Ashton Gurney, Ty, he faced 13 batters, only gave up 1 hit, 1 walk, and retired the rest against this Cottonwood team that had 24 runs today. This Cottonwood team scored, and Ashton Gurney, as a sophomore, comes in and shuts them down for 3 straight innings, 3 straight scoreless innings for Ashton Gurney on the mound. Let's go ahead and hand out some Ties trophies. Let's start with our Point S Tires hitter of the day for Wasatch.
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot here, Tyler. Well, I'm trying to get us caught up before the iPad dies here, and so many guys, but it's got to be Jackson Bolender, right? In the 4th inning, he has the 2-run bomb, and then he gets the game-tying knock in the 7th. And I don't know how you can go away from Jackson Bolender, but you have got to shout out Chet Wilson, who was just awesome at the plate as well today for the Wasps. What about your Point S Tires defensive standout?
Man, I thought Kelson Stocking was really good behind the dish. I mean, you talk about a sophomore going on the mound. Kelson Stocking's never caught for Ashton Gurney. So he called a great game, did a good job of keeping the base pass clean. I thought Kelson Stocking was really good behind the dish. It was a sketchy game defensively for the Wasps. Had a lot of bears. It was really uncharacteristic to see how many errors Wasatch made. So I'm going to give Kelson Stocking the Point S Tires Defensive Player of the Game. And then the UCCU spark, Tyler, has got to be the sophomore Ashton Gurney on the mound, coming in and throwing those 3 scoreless innings for Wasatch.
Oh yeah, definitely, and you could call that the good spot A moment of the game as well. But I think I do want to give that elsewhere, Tyler. But yeah, you've got to give it to the walk-off hit from Carter Bucad on your good spot A play of the game. But Ashton Gurney, how about him coming in with the UCCU spark, and you get a little glimpse of the future for Wasatch with that, while also seeing them move on in the present. Wasatch gets the win. 11-10 over Cottonwood, and they will play most likely Spanish Fork next Monday at UVU, and they're guaranteed 2 more games. It's now a double elimination tournament, Tyler. You basically have 2 brackets of 4 teams, and it's double elimination throughout there.
Yeah, they'll play Monday and Tuesday. We'll get that time out to you as soon as we know. Right now it looks like 11 o'clock against Spanish Fork on Monday. Want to thank you for listening. Wasatch wins 11-10 in extra innings on walk-off fashion thanks to sophomore Carter Bucad with the RBI single. We want to thank you for listening to 94.5 The Peak.
You've been listening to high school baseball on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.